بالله يا هبل يلا يتمم عليك، وإن شاء الله إنك إن 100,000 دي واللي قدام تكون أنت والشباب شاهدين لي لا علي، ها؟ الله يسعد الوجه. أهم شيء اللي 100,000 جت بمحبة وسعة صدر وناسة ولا بزقاقة. يلا بسم الله بدينا، ما بهيفن بست اوف 5 المبات انا ما تتبعتها. الله 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 طاح الاول. الله يا الفرنزي ما قد شفنا الفرنزي في البطوله. الله يا 3 كي ايه سوى راوند. هيفن والله انه ما بينحب الصراحه. اصلا فالورانت توفقت في كل المبات القديمه الا ماب واحد الجبال سبلت. طيب يوان يعطونا طيب بقول لكم شغله مهمه بس نسيت وش هي. اي المابات ترى الماب هذا اللي ما له حق يصوت. الماب هذا بنختار لفايتن ترى فايتن مختارينه، فاحسب حساب ذا الشيء. وشو تك اكيد تك بويز مستحيل تايموت. يتقفل مع بداية الراوند الثاني، فمعك الحين لين ما يفكون البارير في الراوند الثاني. لما ينفتح البارير يبدا الراوند قفلنا التصويت. يا عيال معقولة لنا 4 سنين على نفس النظام باقي ما حفظتوا؟ قفل احسن. باقي ما حفظتوا انه احيانا ممكن يتقفل بشكل عشوائي. نحن منكم ما احنا منظمين بالوقت. 4 سنين ما تعودتوا. عرفت في ناس يتحمسون والله هذا اخذ البستل يعطيه فجأة يداوي يندم، وفي ناس لا ما يبغى يشوف البستل، يبغى خلاص يسجل الفريق يحط عليه نقاط. وش بيصير بالسيرفر الديسكورد القديم؟ زي ما هو انت في السيرفر بس فجأة كذا في ثواني يتحول يصير كوميونيتي سيرفر، مو بسيرفر خاص في شيلبي، سيرفر خاص فيني انا، سيرفري انا بس كوميونيتي سيرفر عام جيمر لجميع الالعاب والفعاليات مش خاص في فالورانت. يعني حتى انا بجي اجدول معكم في السيرفر اوف ستريم واون ستريم. ولد لا يلعب الا شرف. شباب لينك السيرفر موجود صح؟ اتوقع الديسكورد او ديس عندنا ثابت صح شغال ما في مشكله او عطل. أما خاب ظني صح شغال مزبوط. بس تأكدوا انه مزبوط بالله دبلوا وجهك. طيب بسم الله راح راوندين 2-0 لفايتن. الحين الباي EDG. ارجوكم لا احد يشغلني يعني الاقيام نسولف ما بينها. هذه اللي ما كنت التشكيلة أنا ما تكلمت عنها صراحة لأني شغلت معكم زي ما أنتم شايفين. يلعب تشامبر نيون فاست جراج يلعبون باختصار 2 دولست. EDG هذا جاب أمه اليوم كذا مستلج. But he gets the job done in the end, and they cut out blows, leaving it down to Neon in a 1v3. Only a sheriff able to in the head. شرف يقول لك قول لي شرف مستقل ذا الشرف اللي معه. طبعا مرة ثانية سنتينل سولو تشامبر استرا يلعبون 2 دولست مع سوفا. هذه تشكيلة ما بهم لفايتن. And you get the Neon sliding through, and then Jenny spamming in. Yeah. So Kang just happy to put his body on the line. Man, Shishu would have felt a little bit silly if he'd lost that one. Oh, hello. Hey up.
Another tech pause. Broken leg.
No, we're good. We're good.
هناك سايفر.
We're good. I think it's an important element though that EDG were able to get past that.
نيون وسكاي. سكاي
Here we go. Shot darts early.
من EDG.
A little bit of chip damage
Nobody
here.
كويس
A lot of
سكاي
noise now
بس
be getting attacked up, so Blows is going to have to retreat back and away.
ينقص
He's being
انفو
squeezed here on either
جامد
side.
لما
So
يكون ما
safety.
معه
There's a
سوما،
start
لكن هو
potential
معوض
get into the
بجيني
anchor
كام
position that
سايفر.
could be played for.
فيعني تقريبا
Nobody's
الانفو
going to be vacating.
بس الاجرو من عند EDG اكثر ترى. وجود اومن ونيون وسكاي وريز.
Neon is hunting for it. Might catch a glimpse of Smoggy before he's even ready for it, and there it is. Top of the box. Drops back, and it's a shot that does go wide.
اوه حلوه والله سموكي كيف
قدمتها. Great shot.
شوف سموك الاستر.
Post-plant position start.
He missed the side.
Hey up, might need to be dealt with here. Sadow's already taken out Smoggy. Dangerous tidings, but now they're going to be funneling all the way out. Still ready for an EDG. Very well versed in terms of how to play this one. You understand how Lev want to play their retakes, flooding out of heaven.
واللي في الهيفن ممكن يسوي جمب فوق الديفولت بوكس او الترك اللي في السنتر سايد. يعني فكرة السموك هذا اللي ممكن يجي يطب فوق هنا، واللي في الديفولت هنا ما يقدر يلعب. اتوقع هذه فهمت؟ يعني ما حد يقدر يلعب هنا من يطب يطلع فوق.
So he just slides inside heaven. They completely cooked the retake that they were going for.
Okay.
And EDG get a freebie. That's a great shot though.
Yeah, there it is.
There he is sliding around.
اوه حتى انها جامده تسوي بلوك للشورت. اذا في احد في الشورت يشوف الهيفن اوه والله حلوه يا عيال. حلوه هذا الون واي حق استرا واللي فوق يعطي افضليه للي في الهيفن يطب فوق السموك اذا يبغى، زائد اللي مهلك شورت ما يشوف هيفن. واللي في الديفولت يتقروش. فحلو ريتيك سموك يكون واحد هنا واحد هنا. بدل لا تخلي هنا اوه والله جامده. حلوه نوعا ما حلوه والله. سموك فنان. صح اللي بيجي من الديفولت من السي تي يشوف الشورت بس بيكون كذا ثلاثة من الهيفن مع فلاش وأمن مثلا. لا ما يكون معك أمن معك جيت مثلا يروح سموك الأستر فهمت، وبوب فلاش من السموك حق أستر. اوكي خذوا السي سايد. بلانت الحين بلانت مو باللونج بلانت سايد بفايتون. يلا معكم نيون الت الريتيك يشتغل. سلايد.
Stopping around on a weaponry. By going to be offering up for the overdrive now. Gliding to the side. Close and quarter positions being played. Sado just with the 3 before the trade is there. And now just Chichu is left alone. 1v2. Hoping, hunting for signs of those live. Just a player to walk straight back into the crosshair placement. Starts going to be layered down, but he needs to earn a kill. Oh! 2 Neon! The spams down onto the line.
He's so good coming in and cleaning up those spots as the rest of the Lev make space for him. Great work from Spike and Sado in this round, clearing the path. And this pick could not have been better. Smoggy, for whatever reason, did not pick up the freest ult orb of all time down C long. Maybe just wanted to hit the perfect timing with the C split. But because he did that, didn't have a showstopper to counter the Phoenix.
جلوريا شايف نغير كلمة جايز ونسميها شباب.
Nevertheless, he'll be coming into the next one.
ولا عادي جايز بس أنا ما أقولها. بس يلا صح مو أنا اللي كتبت أنت. فهي بلسانك. عليه الشعب. عادي يعني كذا بيعرفون إن جلوريا اللي كتبت مو أبو خالد.
Oh my goodness, Smoggy, how has he brought down Sato in the midst of all of this?
I think he's just gone for a flash.
Just out of double doors. Spam down out of Seekers as well. Going to be putting out a pretty clear pitch over towards the seaside. Just a one moving towards it, and it's pointed over towards Garage. It's going to give peace of mind to EDG. They can make their way forwards, and critically at that, they've saved the showstopper. But King, hold on. Catching timing onto this, anticipating. Jenny just trying to activate at the wrong time.
Yeah, I don't know what Jenny was doing on that timing. Smoggy, though, should be enormous in holding on to this post plan.
Surely you've got a thing with a showstopper, and there it is. It's finally
what a great bait.
Loose. Yeah, just with the fast lane brought up. Baits out the refight. Oh my!
That's so clean.
Protocols are nice.
Clean
lay it down. A slow field is going to be causing a bit of concern. Still now gliding to the side. Timing and trading needs to be intact, and Lev was never in doubt. Usually going to be perfect for this squad. Fired up. And they are raring to go. This is a squad that has not slowed down from the Swiss stage to now. They found that hot form.
The C retake ideas
are beautiful. تقصد استرا؟ اي والله يبغى لها، ما يلعب الا كاي اوف هيفن. لا انت ما انت متابع يتابع. العب كل شيء انا. لعبت ايزو بس العب اغلب شخصيه، اكثر شخصيتين لعبتها صح طبيعي اللي هم شخصيات المين كايو واسترا. بس لعبت اومن، كايو، استرا، قد لعبت ايزو، قد لعبت فينيكس، قد لعبت جيت، يورو، هاربر، فايبر، سوفا، سايفر، كيل جوي. الله
decimated and dragged down to the grave. It's all up to Kong Kong. 45 health though, not much to work with. Spike not even reclaimed. Spotting out what his players might be, but this is a net that is slowly encroaching, and there it is, 5-2. No breathing room. Leviathan are not allowing anything at all.
That tactic, Brent, is so sick. It utilizes the Astra pullback star. As they send in the recon, instead of full smoke, this one's a pullback. All of EDG are hiding inside of it, and so then the recon hits a full 5 players. A beautiful way of maximizing the value of the Hunter's Fury.
اقسم بالله قاعدين يقدمون جيم نظيف.
Another tactic from the playbook.
تحس ان روستر كان يحتاج خبره ووقت في البطوله عشان يقدم. تحس ان روستر تيم كان مرتبك في البدايات. ما في الا ذا السبب، يعني المستوى كيف تطور.
I mean, this isn't something that you can anti-strat. This is something that you can see before, be ready for. Get to pull.
Get to pull.
Give up for map 2. It's a best of 5. You do have plenty of opportunities, but that doesn't seem.
No, I mean
best of worlds for them.
Listen, these games, they're marathons. They are not sprints. We've seen so many times before BO5s go away from the team that starts early. You need to have that stamina to be able to outlast. Yeah. And this is not a map that EDG are favored on. If we could see some nice ideas.
والله قاعدين ياخذون كنترول صح بدون يفايتون اي، يلعبون جراج. الجراج البي مسحوب عليها، مو مسافه، بس احس انه البي تارجت كويس بالاي دي جي.
It's a very strange idea that EDG have brought out on this map.
بس انا احس ان الديفولت في الماب هيفن شيء اساسي. ما بيحتاج انك تضغط اي وتشوف جراج وشي وتمنع احد يقدم بي. والحين شوف بعد كنترول لي. اوكي خذ السي. طيب مشكلتهم هم يلعبون سيري تيك. والله شالها، هم يلعبون سيري تيك. شوف بتضبط معهم ولا لا؟
The onus being on the EDG, and the game just comes to them. Leviathan now 1v3 for nobody. Ice it away. He's looking to see if he can square up and find himself just a 1v1 fight with a drone. Makes it even less likely. Position scouted. It's a nasty shot to begin.
يلعبون السيري تيك. هم هذا ما بهم السيري تيك، لهم اسلوب ريتيك من السي تي ام وجراج شغل. بس انه ليفايتن يلعب اجريسيف ميد والاي كنترول ياخذها احيانا. ومسلمه للسوب اصلا لما يلعبون فاسترتين 3 من البي. احيانا يلعب نيون هناك اذا في اوب ولا بيس.
The depth is really showing for Lev in map 1. It's going to be a half buy for EDG. The win con is that they get those big entries coming out from Kong Kong and then extra aggression that individuals somehow power forward.
Tough going though so far for EDG. We knew this was going to be a potential question. Seeker's going to be used once more, pretty rapidly at that. Molly though stunts any sort of push. Grounds will be gained over towards Garage. Now we're going to see it. Kong Kong is going to be leading all the way forward now. Applying that pressure, but King this time not evacuating. This time, standing his ground. 3 kills. Plenty of time being brought out. The flank defense with reinforcements arriving to help out the Monarch.
And King planting those heads on a spike. A visceral warning, do not hit this site again. It doesn't matter if they have to play C retake, a flood, or if King is anchoring. They've just got it locked down. There is no entry to his domain. EDG are going to have to mix things up. These C-site execs are not working. Going over and pressuring A. That was how they found that nice round.
They haven't really looked at it either. Not since
شغل كينج ها.
A cheeky set play here, blows again though. He's going to be feeling that heat.
شكلها
He does have the peace of mind of at least having that trip, but now that deep TP. Chichu hard committing now up towards that heaven angle. Cuts this one up. Blows nose to retreat.
They've broken the trip behind and pulled Jenny's attention.
أسترى كينج.
Still, Chichu, if you can find a kill here, would be absolutely everything, but just trying to exit cleanly. He's barely there, but of course we divide now, going to be cutting this one up. It will force the issue for EDG.
والستار اللي فوق
He has to play uptight onto the site.
انتظر سموك.
Ideal positions.
يلا جو نيون طير. مدروس دراسة. سيناريو منكتب كتابة والتطبيق. شوف الشغل. شوف الشغل. شفت يوم قلت ميدك ان الستار هذا يحجب الشورت ويخلي نيون ولا اجت ولا احد يخش فيه ذا ويوتل وشغل. شوف كيف ما بيدهم حيله. اذا بيلعب ديفولت بياكل زق ولعبوا ديفولت واكلوا خرا في السموك. ما بيدك ولا وين ازيدك بالشير بيت لاين اب مولي فينيكس قاعد ديفولت. كلين بايتل دماغهم كلين. كينج قاعد يقدم لك استرا يوتل بيرفكتو. شوف السيت اب حاط لك ستار في حال بشو بيلعب على الستار هذا مو الستار هذا اللي دائما يحطونه. ستار مختلف يفيده يلعب هنا. وستار جراج جاهز وستار فلي جاهز. باقي معه تو ستار. وهذه غالبا تكون سموك اللي موجوده مسكبه. الستارين اللي مع الثانيه هذه في حال راحوا بي سموك الاحد يسحب ستار الاحد.
It's not giving him a chance. How has he hit that? It's just absurd.
Oh my god. I mean, the miss on the first op shot.
The immediate snap to the side. Kang. What can you do from a spot like this? 1v3, but already Sado on that line. 9-2. One more round left to play for in this half.
EDG's idea in this round was to try to lure them in. Lure them into the mid push, see if you can fight them. Oh! Even in slow-mo, that's going to look ridiculous.
That's filthy.
Whoa.
God, he's good.
هذا اللي تشامبر تبغى معك.
هذا
اللي يقول لك انا بأيم تقول له انا واثق انك بتأيم.
They're down 7 in a row. Last chance to do anything on the attack half. Smoggy finally has that ult back up again. What is the purpose
الحين استراته مختلفة.
We still haven't seen the ideas from EDG. They start to take some grass control. Trailblazer.
لاحظ بعطيك شغلة.
He's smoked off with the up right now. Really weird place for him to be playing.
بوفرها ماني معطيك اياها.
Seeing it gearing up potentially for the exec into B. Just biding his time, waiting for it. There it is. Lane's going to be propped up. Trip still needs to be dealt with though. That's going to be triggering. They don't get onto it in time. Slowing them down and barely an angle, window of opportunity for Neon to potentially strike.
Smoggy's ultimate has got to counteract the Leviathan retake, but Lev have been so good at faking the retake, drawing it out, and then hitting the punish.
Very patient so far.
لازم يشيل.
Scattered to the wings of the Leviathan players are. Now we can see the overdrive popped off, and that's triggering the showstopper immediately. Bits and pieces, signs of util. Stun's going to be ricocheting off into the corner. And there's a connection. Nobody. Didn't have a choice.
And the Razor wasted again.
Move forwards now. Leon, he's just holding this one close, tight as anything, but now that smoking reveals the hand. Last two players now noted. Spammed and sprayed down Leviathan. Oh!
أخي يلعبون بأسلوب أجريسيف ذكي. ريتيك خلاص بي ريتيك انتهى. الراوند ده اي ريتيك انتهى. كذا يعطي قرارات وتطبق صح. ما بهم والله ما بهم. يلا اعلان الهاف يا عيال.
But the fact that they get to open on them, probably not where that begins. down 10-2. Leviathan just having fun out there.
They really are.
Absolutely outclassing them.
Not feeling the nerves, the pressure of the stage whatsoever. Not as strong as the beginning as you could hope, and they're not too overzealous with it. They've shown good signs that they can temper in the middle of these rounds, take pauses in the right places, just like moments like this. Happy to contact all the way up, and now, as soon as the cam's going to be spotting it, that's when the Utah flies forwards. Jenny, again, you're going to be tasked with one hell of a job here. There's no help coming, none at all. You're going to have to anchor against the might of Leviathan, and a Serpent waiting to gobble you up. Chip down, just one smoke to play around, and reinforcements finally arriving. This is it. Signs of life here from EDG, starting to float all the way back in, but they got to find some kills where that came from. Straight through the smoke, calling it coordination. It's good and online right now for EDG. Still forwards, lining up these players. Chip down to the middle end.
يا عم شكلنا بنخلص سريع حتى لك ما يمديني.
The pack of EDG whittled down, chipped down, showing the toes in the dark at the end. And Lev, this first map, absolutely dominant. Jenny, unfortunately, does not
اليوم
look
كودو
comfortable here. Completely overwhelmed by the defensive util. Shishu forced to throw that smoke for him to try to anchor around. An acute idea, but they're not even going for the force. They're down in a spot where they're giving their
يعني
opponent
بيلعبون ايكو ذا الراوند بيلعبون يبون يا حبيبي اي دي جي لو تسويها يعني الحين هو يلعب ايكو ويبغى يبغى يخليها 12 2 ويبغى يسوي كمباك 12 12 يبغى يجيب 10 راوندات ورا بعض. يا عمي والله لا اسوي 6 7 في الشات والله في الكاميرا هنا والله.
Thoughts for them will almost already be on Pearl.
والله لا اسوي الشيء اللي انا قاعد انقد عليه.
You have so many more opportunities to come
في حلفت
back
بالله.
The amount of mental effort it would take to run this one back.
إذا خسر ذا راوند مو كمباك يا عمي كمباك من الحين ولا من 12 ما تفرق. بس اقصد الفكره انك لاعب ايكو مو بانه مستحيل بس نسبتها 99.9 او 99% ورقم فلسفه هذا يعني عشان ما يجيني واحد زي امس خودي وديسكتي ويتفلسف. اي فلسفه. بسم الله ولي واخره.
I mean, look at instances like this. Lev are so far in the lead.
يا يبغى يموتون من السبايك.
Take the foot off the gas a little bit. They'll start making
لا
mistakes.
لا لا لا.
You forget that this is an owner team.
Oh yeah.
And despite the fact you've got 4 young players, they have a distilled level of discipline.
لأن حتى ساتو ما مع الجوست ساتو نيوم بيطلعون باينكس في الغالب.
Still thinking about a long con, how they can close out the game despite the fact that they are up 11 rounds, about to be 12, and they are just toying with it at the end, aren't they? Every shot going wide.
I mean, just as we were talking about them playing optimally.
It's making me eat my words.
Which, I mean, mostly they do. I think you've got a great point. It feels like every time someone goes up against Lev, they try to put the pressure on and see if they crumble, see if they crack. But they do have discipline beyond their years. But there, I mean, you're 12-2 up, a little 360. Who's that hurting? Who's it hurting?
Yeah, it's quite telling, I think, that you have one last time out for EDG. It's not being taken.
Exactly.
They're thinking ahead to Pearl.
Yeah. You don't get to save the timeout for Pearl, but
no,
you get to save your mortal hours on the earth, I suppose. EDG, they have swapped around their defensive setups. Jenny was getting bullied on C last time we saw them play Haven against Foot. Now he's moved his setups over towards A in these 2 big rounds that matter on defense. Lever not working with much here either. But anytime you've got Neon on Chamber, he doesn't need a gun. You've already seen that shot earlier, blasting away nobody.
There's a Phenom just with the Headhunter. Nobody essentially left guessing in terms of where these players could be. Only sort of one.
Again, not rushing things, looking to work the map. King, he can be quite a methodical caller when he doesn't have a set strat that he wants to run. Flash gets negative info as Neon tucks away from it over towards A. Would be a good timing to return back into the A-pop, but King doesn't fancy it. Leading the troops over towards a B finish instead. And EDG just have no information.
No. Makes sense. Leviathan trying to play towards the strengths of their weaponry. Wide face here, Smoggy. He's gearing up, he's trying to really square up, and he has at least claimed the one life. Spike going down, but a big reveal onto the back. Smoggy in a bit of trouble, but it's a bait and switch. Neon, all of that pressure, all of that noise, he's heard it. Scurrying in the footsteps, and he's got full space and control over towards A. Calling for the movements. 17 seconds left. Setup needs to be broken. Doesn't look like there's any real pushback here. King's being left as an insert as well. Reclearance, tepid here, but still. Life claimed.
Good idea from EDG.
Now we'll see. Not favoured at all, Lev here. 3v5, don't really have the guns to work with either. Bit of spam does hit the mark. Heal online on the back pocket, and steady hand and steady aim from blows. Not good enough to see if he can claim any kills. Close quarters action, just without Henter rattling off the bullets. But EDG.
الخطوة الأولى خلصوا.
Fending off a fairly weak bonus from Lev. 9 more chances to convert here on Haven. Smoggy going for a very aggressive approach to that. Looking to take the game into his own hands. If there were to hit the 1 in a billion, it would come from ridiculous individual moments. That, undeniable. But with Sado having a Phoenix ultimate in his back pocket here, ready for round 16. Could all be over in the blink of an eye.
Neon with that attack side up. Exactly right. They've got the ult, they've got the gear.
And Neon, nobody does not have the help of Jenny anymore.
Oh, it's a deep flash, but I don't think it connected. He's going to take a peek.
Crazy play.
Crouching down. Seen him do this one in China. He's walking all the way up. Hold on, he's found it. Perfect opportunity.
Oh, hello.
So nobody play for sure, but he's managed to find the goods, but potential to be punished here. Depends how deep he realizes these players may be. It's Sato already on it. A side now, there's for the taking, but King's going to be plucked out of the picture. That was mid-Astro form. There's no smokes now to play around.
معليش كنت قاعد يغير اللي فهم
early, but it's a walking out of that. Sato not looking to give anything away. Creeping up onto the line, a bit of denial with a plan just from that nade. Sato's all the way forwards, wall thrown out, but he's not got anything from it. It's good discipline. And a punish on the spike, one step further, blows. Let's get a kill on the Smoggy with a 2v3. Sheer shots down, blows are really going to step up to all of it. There was a chance.
الله يستر.
But
بدأت أخاف.
Another situation where they catch Lev in some uncomfortable positions, going for the solo playmaking. Nobody with quite a nice idea here actually against the way that these chamber teams like to control a lobby. Good understanding of the angles. Then of course you get that push down mid from Kung Kung. Catches
نخلص راوند واحد لا تخليني اسبكم.
And you see the reaction there.
تكفون ما ابغى اسوي 6-7.
Jump scared in the astral form.
Yeah.
10 chances down to 8. And Lev on an eco.
Half armor. Kung Kung tagged up though. He does have that outlaw. Could feast here, absolutely. With Neon going down. It's a good first kill, but still pressure now mounting. Coming out through garage. We're going to see Jenny attempting to help him outside. Swinging by Smoggy right there. Where it counts, that is a cleaned, almost clean sweep, just the one player falling.
لا قلت إذا سووا EDG كم باك من 12-2 والدوري اوفر تايم بسوي 6-7.
Starting to build up a bit of confidence of their own.
يا ولد
These players getting
من
the feel of the game
12-2
now.
10 راوندات ورا بعض.
We've been waiting for
في ماب
Kung Kung to come
ليفايتن.
online at London. He's had his moments, he's had his rounds, but he hasn't had a match yet where he has just taken over. And he is completely capable of it. Always has been. Every version of EDG that's turned up to these events.
يعني 6-7 يعني.
And he's going to take his op over towards A long with Jenny
ضفعة
in behind.
حاجة زي كذا ضفعة. الظاهر هم بس هم يدرون بس الكفار يعني بما معناه ضفعة.
But it has forced a pause into the step of them. Nobody. This is just.
He's wild.
What is going on? Seeker's not even pointing out the complete picture. He's barely out of there.
He is one of my favorite players to watch.
There's no one quite like him. South blind, all good.
He's walking down C long.
Yeah. I mean, caution to the wind at this point.
سواء بالعقل إيه قاعد
And why not? But Neon
أسخن من الحين.
getting the grips of it. Style of play of EDG.
Yeah, I mean, they've got to make hero plays because they're getting outmatched pound for pound in terms of the ideas, their teamwork. But nobody goes a little too far there, and that puts even more pressure on the rest of the pack. If Smoggy gets a kill, though, showstopper online, there are chances. But surely Lev should be able to close this out.
Deploying drone.
Player advantage now. 40 seconds. Drone not broken. Chichu's going to be spotted out there, and that forces the paranoia out early. 34. Not much time to work with at all. Lev are just seeing if they can cut noise entirely, but now making their moves over towards this B site. Spike in the back pocket of blows. Going to get down and get that plant online. And watch for King. Jenny being caught again on this route is a massive advantage now, and Lev surely should be sailing away into Pearl. Deep push, Sado not punished. Spike's got his back. Smoggy.
Alhamdulillah. Anqadhani.
5. One for the ult, but he's not even being given the opportunity of a kill. Stun is good with the connection. Ult's online, but that wrap around from Neon. Wraps it all up. Sends us all the way to Pearl.
Absolute dominance from Lev. The most one-sided map that you should see in the series.
Leviathan are already one map up, and as the desk was mentioning, Pearl, Americas is a region, no slouches at it.
And it actually used to be EDG's permaban. Only started playing it very late on in VCT China. Lev trying to take this fight early mid if EDG are going for it. EDG do like to go for this mid default quite a lot. And Neon's posted on an angle where
Walking
may
forwards.
get a freebie.
Yeah. There's a rendezvous to play around.
He is full walking up here, creeping into mid.
Nobody poking, trying to see if he can pull players up and around because EDG are going in a different direction. Slow take towards A main.
It's a risky position for Neon, but he's just relying on his fast reactions to get him out, and it's helping his team figure out the defensive setup. They're going to be over here, especially if the trip doesn't get broken. Blows is going to have help and a recon.
Seeing the stars lay it down, now that's going to be signaling quite a lot. The flashes set flying forwards. Kankang's all the way into that smoke, but guess what? Players are already home. The reveal is massive. Molly doing quite a bit of work there. Sado is going to be burned to cinders, but it brings into a 3v3, and EDG don't want anything to do with the A hit.
Full rotate, miles away from this mid avenue. Usually rotates like this all the way from A main to B main are a bit too slow. But here,
7 seconds.
yeah, just setting up a faster avenue, or rather a more open avenue to get into the site, but King could play spoiler to all of this.
How committed onto this line. He's worried about the lane control that they've lost this entire time, but now he's going to be hearing the footsteps. Still, nobody catches it now, jumping round to the corner.
Great job.
Claimed. It is beautiful. Great work by Chichu. Blows though.
No way.
See if he can deny this one. He's walked all the way in. That's a plant. Stops, but does not survive in time. Barely there to control, but EDG, they get a pistol round.
Incredibly important. They get on the board early. Nice idea as well from Kankan, get deep inside of that. He almost caught both of the duelists with util in their hands. But the combination of that trip and recon ended up being a bit too much. And nobody putting himself in the lurk position. Instead of calling his teammates back through into him in B-Link, they wrap around.
Already a much stronger beginning, but this is a Leviathan trap play that they like to run. We've seen this one before many a time. Up towards the B angle, the wall is deep here, but the first shot just goes wide, but a flash even better. These players don't have a clue. Kongong! Just with a bulldog, swipes them all away and slots them all down. And Neon trying to do any sort of work he can, but the shots ring out. They missed the mark.
Somehow Kankan is still alive in the midst of all of this.
EDG ممتاز.
Blows.
أنا مقصر الصوت تحاكوا يا أخي يا ليل الليل.
EDG with guns trained and a jump peak to finish it.
حلو.
What a double from Kankan just as things were starting to run away from
حلو. قفل
EDG.
المسمى. قفل.
Absolutely caught them, and yet he spins around, deletes those two players to relieve the pressure. They need him to perform here on Pearl. If you're going to be running the Jet on this map, you best be hoping the Jet is going to feast.
حكوا أنتوا في المطبخ. كيف عرفت إني في المطبخ؟ لا هني عندك. يلا بسم الله. زي ما أنتم شو اسمه شايفين. كيف التشكيلة؟ ليفايتن يلعب. فينيكس نيون تشامبر كوبي بيست تشكيلة ما بهيفن. طيب أسترا.
Passing as much as they possibly can, but the power is going to be broken. Flash around the corner.
Okay.
Like connection there, still running all the way forwards. This is nobody basically taking point. This guy's running with util out into his hands.
يبغى يذبح الجتونة. كان لهم مسكبة. طبعا اللي سني أنا أتمناها الإي دي جي. ان LD LD تأهل، لكن لو تأهل لفايتن فلفايتن صراحه فريق ممتع الحق ينقال. زمان ما قد شفنا تيم امريكا الجنوبيه يتأهل، مو امريكا الجنوبيه، فرق بالنسبه لي، ريجن واحد بس الدنيا مختلفه. اوكي بس حلو اخر
Jenny and Chishu would have to pull out something ridiculous to get this bonus round win.
إذا قدروا يسوون بلانت بس خلاص EDG أصلاً كسبان فلوس للتيم كامل، وريدي مطيحين سلاح ما عاد يبغون شيء. لكن إذا قدروا يطلعون بأشياء واجد نشوف.
He is the danger man, he's the one with the bulldog. The molly is good, pushing them back and away. Lev usually going to be disciplined here. The util going to be raining out, waiting, biding the time. Hold on, the reposition is good. Spike chopped down, taken out by the bulldog, and an upgrade. It's going to be reclaimed. Jenny, I saw in his fights beautifully. Still, Chichu has fallen. There's still a 1v2. It's all going to be on Jenny now. Nice fight taken. Tap on the defuse. Kings hoping to see if he can pull him way out.
Whoa!
The King with the composure.
Let's fuck Spike بيفكون وجهه.
Wins the round out.
It's a great try from Jenny though. Way better than what he was able to do on Haven.
يا ولد هذا مو جود بونس، هذا فانتستيكو بونس والله. انك تسوي بلاند في البونس وانت تاك وتطيح 4 رايفلز. الحين ترى عادي يلعب اوتلو EDG، لو يبغى يلعب اوتلو سلو في الاتاك مو غلط، بس نو نيد. شوف البايك كيف، شوف البايك كله ما في ارمر. شوف
he's actually done a great job for EDG to keep this momentum going.
Here for round 4. Similar start once more.
شوف السيت اب كالتالي.
At all here until they walk all the way up.
يلعبون اثنين تشامبر سوبر ألت طلع شاله.
Peels all the way back though that nightfall. Scatters. It's going to be denying a lot of the sound cues. A bit of spam randomly into the corner. Neon does his best but eventually traded out. Kong now.
اقسم بالله يا الاسكر سموك انه
Nobody's required. Does indeed. Now we're going to see it. Saddle.
على
Looking to see if he can make his own mark here, but to run it back forwards. It is visually taken out, but not before. Nobody goes down.
طيب 3v3
now.
كيف بتسوي؟
Smoggy.
كيف بتسوي؟ العلم عند فينيكس إذا أعطى كل بس خلاص ما الظاهر باقي معه كل ولا؟ حلو الجن حقه واو سلام يا تشيتشو.
They're going to need Chichu to stand solid. That duo of Chichu and Jenny have been, I think, the two most important pillars for the run that EDG have put together so far in London. And in back-to-back rounds, they are both required to both do the damage and then convert. And this is going to destroy Leviathan's hold of the economy. And start out EDG with some great momentum.
اوكي بيلعب مد ايكو بامر مد والله ما لعب فول
دبليو. The theory looks a lot better. Their ideas of the way that Lev are playing look a lot better, and they're scrapping through in these close scenarios.
Exactly the opening we needed to see from EDG.
قاعد ينتظر كونتاكت مع الشامبر بس طول.
Getting battered on Haven. They're answering back nicely in their own way.
Even the maps that EDG are marginally favored on, Lev is still good. Like the map pool advantage, you've heard the desk talk about it. It does just seem a bit deeper from Lev, but if EDG can come out with some strong performances in crucial rounds like we've seen so far on Pearl, it'll give them a lot of confidence to be able to perform, be able to win.
اسلوب لعب EDG ذا في الاتاك هذا اغلب التيم يتبع ترى. اذا كان ضدك ايكو في الغالب تلعب سلو في الاتاك. بس از جروب اذا مره تسترقون 3-2 ما تبغى تطيح في ستاك في مكان معين ولا اجرو كنترول معين، عرفت؟ يعني ممكن مثلا يبشون الايمين فما يحتاج ان احنا نبش. احنا عندنا ادفانتج نبعد عن البكي والستنجر والجج او ايا كان السلاح الباندت. فهمت؟ يشيلون هم بش المد بش البي فينتظر يلعب على كونتاكت اللي هي شفت ما تطلع صوت ايا كان السلاح بس تكون كمجموعه مره. في الغالب تلعب بالاسلوب. لان الحين مثلا زي الأستغا يدرون مثلا انه في واحد ممكن مثل الأستغا لو اعطاهم ذا الجن هم كسبانين. فهمت؟ فالأستغا المفروض انه يلعب ليت لين ما اشوف التيم قد دخلوا في المعمعة. شوف خلاص تاخذ معلومات. التاجات يا ابو حطيتها هيك عليها راحت. الحين انت اذا جيت تروح انت تسوي شيء يا ماهر، انت تسوي شيء. اقسم بالله لو رايح التاجات
all of the damage that had been done on EDG's bonus. That was the one round that Lev came away with, but it was a 1v1 clutch. Now Neon gets to pick up his operator.
والله ما ادري ليش.
Players starting to get close to big
بديت
ultimates as well.
شيخت عليها مش موجودة.
on EDG's post plans.
غريبة ما ادري ايش السالفة.
But it's the ult they have to get through first.
Neon is posted close here. The haunt is going to be dealt with here. Now already the angle onto that perfect line. So Justin takes Jenny straight out of the picture.
Good way of dealing with that Phoenix wall. Saw that coming out from Global Esports. Here comes
okay, I mean, straight from the trademark, straight to the dome. He's been able to transfer that beautifully. Sada's taken out, but blows with an ultimate just to reciprocate up through mid. Their advantage still there for them, but that backside position now accounted for. King. The lateral down, just spotting barely the head, and that's more than a haircut. Neon finally beats his match. 2v2 still. It's explosive as anything. Nobody going for that wider face. Hold on, he hears a drone. He's trying to take a timing. It's pure insanity.
عن قوة بس أنا خليه يكنسل.
It's occurring now to stun and now to kill. Found EDG, making magic of these moments. Finding a way forwards, and now the discipline reigns itself. Doubled up together, not willing to let this one slip at all.
Great trade towards the end. Nobody has been so important in these situations by just playing this loose, carefree style.
Yeah.
He's willing to throw chaos into the rounds, and he's more practiced in it. He'll pull you into the mud. And he's not worried about getting filthy.
That's really uncomfortable territory.
Lev are going to take a tag timeout here to try to wonder how they can adjust their setups to stop this chaos from happening. It was a nice idea with the Hunter's Fury and Spike's pressure, but it's the post-plant aggression that's really catching them off guard right now. People slipping, making solo plays, and getting through the gaps. Uncomfortable timings. The kind of thing that was throwing Paper X even off their game. Lev are normally a very disciplined team, and they've got their ideas, they've got their approach super drilled. But EDG are finding those little moments to be able to allow the individuals to shine. 10 and 3, nobody, the IGL. Coinbase win condition is his head around these timings and how they want to be fighting them.
It's definitely unorthodox.
These two IGLs have got history together as well.
Oh yeah.
Champions 2024 when EDG lifted their big trophy and became the Kings of China. They played against each other in that upper bracket final. A 2-1 win where EDG came out on top. And Lev ended up kind of fizzling out of the tournament despite being favourites.
Sent straight back to the lower bracket final and losing out there. King would love a chance to return that favour. Seeing all in here by Lev when they're on their eco. What do you think that mean? That's a lot of respect by EDG. Oh! Decapitated, Bladestorm in hand. Kangang's not stopping there. He's not slowing down at all. Finding every target like a heat-seeking missile.
If you allow Kang Kang to wake up in this game,
فل على طول فل ليه كذا دلعني خذوا كنترول لانه ميكو اوكي
He was keeping up on Haven even though it was a 13-5. He had about a 1 KD. It's not bad, but it was nothing to write home about.
يعطيك العافيه. طيب ماهر والله معليش انت اذا تأفك وتسحب على البي سي تسبب شوشره وتروح. قلت يعطيك العافيه انك ذكرتني قبل اروح اضبط التاجات وانا راح اضبطها. بس انت تحب تمن وتدل يعني الله يهديك ويصلحك يا ولد. خلاص احسب زي ما قالك الرجال. بس انك رافعه تروح.
In a mid-fight, taken Spike to fast lane. He wants to cut this one all the way up towards that top
العفو يا
section.
ابو.
Dissecting and taking away the mid control. EDG all for the fast reaction. They don't want anything to do with that fight, but it does force them into Neon's palm, and there it is.
Oh,
potentially greedy, but Kangkang a hot hand. And the form now finally finding his footing on the stage. Players being inserted though, King off the back of all of that one, and still he has found the kill, chopping them up now with the rifle spam. The plan has been denied. Deep as the drone, looking for hunting out these remaining players. Nobody, he's way out to the open, but it might not matter, still King's there. It's the swing of that pressure. First round in a long while that Lev were able to get.
التايم اوت خلاني
in the tag timeout seems to have just said to them, don't worry about controlling the aggression.
لا ترى امزح معك. انا اعطيت تايم اوت مزح ترى. بمزح معليش اذا زعل. انا الصراحه المفروض اعطي تايم اوت الناس يعني. لا مو الناس كلكم اللي في الشات امون عليكم الطبيعي اللي اذا اول مره يكتب في الشات بس يعني مصطفى قد شفتك تكتب من قبل فحبيت امزح معك يعني. اذا زعلت حقك عليه ناس.
Might be running the same one back, but slowly for now. Prowler sees it. This is a molly potentially for the rendezvous position, but this is already Sato squaring up, taking a fight forwards. Mike went down earlier.
Mad pressure on this mid default. Really EDG really struggling to hold on the last couple of rounds.
Player disadvantage once more.
You are divine your kingfisher.
So Jacob poking, prodding, sees the util that's going to be sent forwards and does signal quite a lot. Calling forward a team to back him up.
عنده ماستر
Getting in a prime position to use a steel guard and potentially take it one step further, and that's exactly the plan. Ult's now going to be popped off.
حلو الفايس طلع.
Even further past this one. Possibly Divine going to be pushed past and beyond. Making sure to clear out most of the side, but they got one in their back pocket. Goes both ways at that. Drone be broken before he gets that tag on. Line forcing the fight forwards. And a flash on top of it. Sato already trying to bait out the fight. Umeng-ahring about it, but already that high ground angle.
ليفايتن بدأ يرجع للجيم.
التايمات كان في محله.
هذا الصح.
This time EDG couldn't find that little avenue to slip the gap. They threaded the needle into spawn in previous rounds when they were down players on a B post plan. But here, despite being in the 3v4, they just had to take more passive setups. Didn't feel confident in pushing through their own Cosmic Divide, their own setup. And so Lev get to play their game. That tag timeout from Owner has made all the difference. I think at some point here we need to see EDG respond with one of their own. The coach battle between Autumn and Owner, they are massively different coaches.
Yeah. It's an interesting one. Big juxtaposition because of Autumn. Multiple finals appearances, a trophy lift in his cabinet, but Owner, none of the trophies, but a lot of consistency. That's what you get out of him all the time. And Neon, flash to push him off that line.
Very close.
Yeah, very close indeed. The shot's just whistling past. It's what they need to do aboard this util. Again, the molly sails up and overhead, sees alongside it. It's a full-on util dump. It's all about weathering the storm. Shots forwards. Neon though with a peak. He's already taken out Smoggy. Cloudburst just to buy some respite. Neon is just unleashed. No stopping this guy. Finally, Kangkang puts a bullet to the brain, but there is not enough to go.
يا ولد نيون ده ما يخاف.
Be a ton again coming at them. Fast, loose aggression being the name of the game.
Remember the name Neon. You're going to be watching him on stages like this for many years in the future. He has instantly leapt onto the global stage, performed just as well as he was in America, and taking rounds like this by the scruff of the neck. As predicted, EDG are going to take a tag timeout. Autumn needs to talk to them in order to figure out how to counter what Lev are up to. This one was actually a slight move away from the theme. Owner had been asking his team to increase the tempo, increase the pace, and force EDG into these faster hits. Deny them mid-control, force them into A-pops, B-pops. And now he gets an opportunity to adjust again as Autumn scrambles to keep up, even though his team is in the lead. 6-4. They're not
Coinbase win condition.
Yeah, they're not really going to have the money here, but Kangkang's one away from the ult orb. I think the Coinbase win condition for me, Brent, is that Autumn puts some pressure on the outsides of the maps. You force Neon to take that rendezvous, you push him off that deep line, and then you return back over towards working splits through mid. I'd like to see them, if they're going towards an extremity and outside of the map, to still have another layer where they can go back into either a mid lurk or a split.
Yeah.
At the moment, if Neon takes contact, it's basically because EDG are trying to run him over.
يلا مسبق لهم الحبيب.
For the same default though, King is just going to be ready here to see if he can break the horn, and look at the util that they're throwing out, and respect being shown. Horn's deep enough though, and Neon was waiting it out.
بيكوس 16 واحد.
It's a great punish from EDG.
That extra bit of patience
pays off beautifully. Kang now with updraft here, looking to lead the charge for the rest of his team in, and King taken out. Dismantled now. We're seeing Spike leading it all the way in for the backwards position. Nightfall scatters the stun, just connecting, and it's a bit of damage. Stun, but still.
ولا كويس.
Until the ult's being thrown all the way out. It's EDG still in control. Flag being planted onto that B site, and it is their territory, their domain.
This team can shoot. Both squads have got exceptional firepower. But you heard Alex talking about it in the PaperX game against EDG before, where he was saying, man, you know, we are just losing out some individual moments. There are so many duels in here that are actually 1v1s. A player could come in and help, but like nobody just barrels through the smoke, destroys King. Kang, as you said, planting his flag on that high ground and winning every duel that comes his way.
يا أخي the fighting
game. Fast play. This is EDG. Haven't used a lot of util off the rip here, but it might be punished for it. Goes both ways, and Lev favored in this one.
the fighting قاعد يقرا اللعب صح. كينج قاعد يوجه تيمه صح.
Here, but an instant reaction of EDG, but Lev trying to get one step ahead. Already making a move over towards that R position. Jenny carrying behind him. Not much longer. Sits straight back to that spectator seat, and nobody now has to stare at the round that he's been handed. Final 1.5.
Yes.
A huge
1v5.
Huge haymaker from EDG in the previous round, and Lev respond. A gigantic brawl where Neon is not the tip of the spear, but instead it's the Phoenix Molly that just causes Kang to have to take that step back. And nobody's got absolutely no chance of being able to win this. A 1v5, he's already had an exceptional half. He's 14-6. I think EDG can feel very happy about putting together more rounds in the first half than they did across the whole of Haven.
Yeah.
Right? This is actually them coming back into the game, showing what they're capable of. But Lev are right there with them.
Go on, nobody.
30 seconds left.
Give us a shot.
Joke's over.
Last round, might as well pop it off here. 30-second mark. You see the odds. They're chasing him down. He's not trying to give him anything, is he? But he's not long for the world.
يعطيك العافية. شكرا لك على الجفتد. أنت أحسن واحد أصلا يكتب عندي في الشات تدري. أحسن واحد يسولف. الله يكثر خيرك على الخمسة جفتد. الله يجزاك خير. يرزقك بعافية يا رب. إيه هو نفسه حق نملة. ضحكتني. أجل هدوم. طيب أحط لكم إعلان. شو وجهي ها؟ شو يجيكم؟ ثواني بس. ولا أنت يا أكلم أنا واتساب.
It works immaculately.
Trap play, double flash setup. As soon as they hear potential sound cues, and it's left at tiptoeing around it. They're poking, prodding. Trap's going to be sprung, but nobody was home. Dropping down. On, what is that?
He's so accurate with those shots.
It's not even ADS'd up.
Used to pull back to get into that position. And now, Lever banking on the fact that EDG are going to respond to that pick and start moving around the map, leaving A a little more open. King holding, nobody peeking.
Yeah, it's a slight off angle here. But he's got the astral form. It's the wrong timing for it, but Neon.
هذه زقاقة تعصر شكرا الله عاد.
The players out, only 4 more bullets left into the headhunter. He's gonna have one hell of a time, but he just sidesteps it. For now, the Util coming his way, crouched up, surely not long. He still managed to find a kill. There's no chance. Before the trade comes through, but that's a plant into backside control.
أختلف معك يا جلوريا 180 درجة.
Flipping the sight.
A really good decision on that one.
لكن ما عليه.
Still got 2 shots and a stun.
هذه فلسفة تمشي.
Contacting through to A.
بس ما هي صحيحة ترى. بس تمشي يعني بفهمك بعد الماء.
Certainly are. Pack mentality though from EDG. No splitting up, just want to take the fight together. They've seen where that plant is. Util cycling through. Molly's going to be the first Point of contact, Sado's still there, damage being done, but he's being pressured. The flash though, oh, he's good for it. Stun ricochets, Chichu forward, Chichu! Oh my! Almost a chance.
God, you see it written all over Sato's face. 10 HP
Wow.
made the difference there between Lev picking up a round that they were expected to come through with, and Chishu putting on one of the plays of the match.
Gotta see that again.
How is this even close to possible?
That is almost
واو
absolute brilliance.
انت تسوي زي ما قالت طيب انه هذا الشيء اللي تسويه غلط
The quality of EDG
بس عادي امشي عليه بس انا بجاوب الرجال جواب منطقي فعلي
Securing up that pistol round.
يعني يبين له ليش هذا وليش هذا ومتى هذا ومتى هذا هذا الصح.
It's in contrast, to be honest here. Oh my goodness, Neon. Not scared to use the bullets now, but he doesn't pull back in time. Punished there. Getting a bit greedy. It's a good kill here for EDG. Eco, stack of bodies now calling for
أنت ما تفهم. أقول لك بعد الماب. خلاص يا بابا
Yeah, I
طيب
mean, when you hear that Marshall, you know it's
لا
coming.
تستفزني يا
I
ماهر.
wouldn't want a piece of that. And King's taking this space over towards A. He's just walked in and backfilled the spots that Neon took.
Nobody.
قلبي انت يا عمري خلاص اذا قلت لك خلاص يعني خلاص نهدي ونتابع طيب
Right.
افهم.
Don't have a tether in terms of where he plays. Obviously, an eco round is going to be even more risks being taken, and he's just saw it. Yep, signs are like now, but biding his time might be.
يلا شال واحد.
He's done a lot of damage.
بيض الله
Shipping
وجهه.
down a level opposition.
3v4
Now down 2 players.
3v4
EDG set up in a prime position to potentially win this one on the eco.
Yeah, Lev were very greedy with their buy in this round.
اي بس معهم
May end up getting punished for it.
ممكن لان كينج ما طلع باي.
He's coming in.
Yeah, he is certainly. And that, oh my, okay, shots hitting Sado. Immediately able to just at least get back onto it. 24 HP though. And that's going to be brought down. Sado finding the timing, but run down by the classics in hand, EDG.
يندم
Beautiful
عليها
work. And risks
يندم
at the
عليها
right moment.
والله قالها الجريدي
I think
الطماعين.
that's one of the massive things that this squad has learned in their years of being up,
لا
trying to get to
فزت
the top
الباي
globally.
لا اذا
having
فزت
already made it within
البستل
their
اطلع
region.
باي زي الناس العالم.
Trying to find the right moment to be disciplined and the right moment to take the risk. That's a huge momentum swing round. It doesn't get bigger. 2 stingers and some headhunter bullets in the back pocket for Neon. Meanwhile, Kankan gets to play around with the Outlaw again. It's the perfect opportunity for EDG to make up for their poor pistol round win rate.
كلامه صح بنسبة جاب لك نقطتين يا صح.
Pretty common position.
بس في نقاط كثير ما ذكرها.
Hoping that he can hunt out, sniff out
أعلم
potential
عنها.
players. That's knife out blows.
Spike down B.
Miscommunication perhaps, but Neon immediately there with a punish towards that double doors angle. Taking up the space now. Seeing the ult popped off, Sado is just running him down. He's reclaimed a rifle as well. Picked that one up, he's going to be stealing it all the way back. Kankan under an immense amount of pressure. He's brought down.
بس شكله حس انه بيجي من وراه.
The ultimate out of Sado.
Well, they've just given away so many of these guns as well. Lev have stolen the momentum straight back.
How has that occurred?
Blocking vision.
So not feeling comfortable enough that they can commit to the plan, but at least they can pick up a gun or 2.
Oh, they've also just cleared so much space.
Yeah, full lane control. Plant now down.
شوف الفايس اللي ذبح تشامبر فيها.
Like you said, complete flip of momentum when you thought of EDG. Able to do it. Slide off angle of Neon. He's watching for multiple angles, but he's just missed his chance. Hold on. Re-peeking in the rendezvous. Peeled all the way back once more, but he's had to concede up that space, and now it's EDG getting a bit of a move on. They realize, wait a minute, it's a chance to win this. Nobody. First one to step up towards it. That backcourse position needs to be accounted for. King there, but both players searching on site. It's Jenny, nobody. Quick tap, Sado, prime position. Just plays it perfectly, tucks himself back in the way, not giving an easy fight whatsoever. They know that there's time to be played for in a round like this. They're going to make nobody really work for it. 4 kills for Sado.
ثرفتي ورا ثرفتي يا حبيبي شغال.
Smiles for him.
The Phoenix gap is just immense. It's another thrifty. Neon picks up that kill across towards B-Link. Sado gets 2 inside of his ultimate, including Kangkong, who really, I think, should have been able to do more even with the Outlaw in his hand. And Lev have just stolen this all the way back. Look at Sato, 19 and 9.
Thriving.
He's been playing like a veteran. And he's only been around for a little bit longer than the rest of his players on Lev.
Dart and the Phoenix Wall. Enough space given up that Sado can get one step closer to another ult. And we've seen how pivotal they are. A lot of space though, going to be taken up here by Kang.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose there is a chance that he could get his Blade Storm online in this round and we could have Thrifties going everywhere.
Yeah. Nobody. Might be tested here. He's turned his attention just away for a moment, but that is perfectly played. Off the sound and the noise being made, Sato taking that swing and a player too.
Yeah, beautiful timing on that. And Neon winning a crucial duel against Kang in A main. We might finally see the team with the better weaponry coming through with a round in this half.
Yeah, and sometimes an overabundance of caution can be a bad thing. That's how EDG were able to get that eco last time, but not willing to make a misstep other than making that sound cue. Walking up steadily, EDG might be squaring up again. They're looking to take a fight in through bar, but it's watch for Smoggy. Hold on, he's managed to at least claim two. Flash to the side! Single-handedly! He's taking them all on, that running back though. Back's going to be exposed. He might be getting squeezed into multiple directions here. It looks like the space might not even be taken up. He's taken out King, he could have, but it's not communicated, not coordinated. King was worried about the other sides of life here, but the time is running bitterly now, down to the end. 11 seconds remaining, and guess who's in position? Rifle in hand, 7 seconds remaining. This plan is to go down. King, he's been covered, and it's not happening at all.
Hello, Jenny.
But teed up by Smoggy. Beautiful round.
والله انقذهم.
We're seeing ecos all over the bloody place.
Smoggy والله انقذهم.
Between the two duelists. And then Blows anticipates the flash, but I think this hears it. The size of the stage, the crowd, the bass. The Red Bull clutch.
كان
Clutch potential.
لعيب.
We were seeing from EDG, it kept them in a game against Paper X. You cannot count this team out.
Doesn't matter how far down they are. That round absolutely did not look like it was going the way of EDG until Smoggy decided to grab three.
ثرفتي ورا ثرفتي شغالين.
They're putting an extreme emphasis on being able to build up the ults. I think a higher priority in the game.
أنا عارف الوسخ يقصد الجسر اللي طلعت في الإعادة. بس الحمد لله على كل حال يعني.
Waiting in the wings, you got to have a bit of fear in your step, but he just doesn't know the meaning of the word. Running back though, leading the charge. Pave away to victory potentially through nobody. Trying to dominate up towards this main smoke. Just takes a peek out wide towards the side. Here is traded. Neon right there behind him. A spike towards the back. That is a big punish. Kang. Smoke dissipating now. Guns trained and ready. Wide face and wide fight. Or taken out. Smoggy and Jenny now left into a 2v2. But King with his timing, he's wrapping it all the way around. None the wiser. It's Jenny removed because of the mass retreat rotation all the way through their spawn.
Smoggy can hear it. He doesn't want to give away too many sound cues himself, but now puts pedal to the metal. Starts sprinting.
Starts lay it down.
Pull used early.
Yes, to give them a bit of space here, but a flash forward's got one more for the extra trouble here. Flash is good.
واو باغي يفلك على جبهته طيب.
It's always a chance with these EDG players. You cannot dismiss them so easily.
That was a very, very individual round from EDG. Nobody is just running around making plays on A.
يفوز البطولة كلها.
Kang takes a dry swing on his
على
own, uncoordinated with anybody else. And then these final
شوف EDG ما أحس عنده EDG لو.
I don't know that it's fundamentally great defensive setups and gameplay
صراحة
from
ما
EDG.
صعبة مرة صعبة.
Sweat. Finding the read on what timers are going to fight you is tough.
It's such an odd series, at least map-wise now.
Wait, this is a full level of the X-Side.
It really is.
The IGL goes walking forwards once again.
الأقرب بس ما في شيء مستحيل والله للأمانة. يمكن لو ليف تأهل الحين على حساب EDG أقول EDG تأهل على حساب.
But actually, the level of respect and discipline, it can allow people like Kang to just take more and more liberties.
And we've already seen
صح يا عبد الله.
The right risk taken at the right time on their ecos. EDG, they are not going to make it easy for you.
تكره تيم ليف.
I think it's quite principled the way that Lev are approaching this, but they are just ticking time
اللي
off their
يفوز
own
الحين
clock.
يخسر البطولة.
And Kang is gonna be sat there with 5
اللي
blades
يفوز الحين يخسر البطولة.
and 5 heads.
اللي يفوز الحين يخسر
To potentially be popped. The sole recipient of this aggression that might be about to come his way over towards the B site. He's twisting and turning, left guessing in terms of the map control. Because this is pure contact by Lev, but again, this could be where he shines. Now with a util. Sees it now with a drone. He's forwards, he's tagged up, he's fighting straight towards them. To dash and a cloudburst. Potential for him to see if he can at least survive. Whoever the storm batted down the hatches. Plays storm and as an instant trade. Spike the dishes it straight
هذه
out.
أوقات هذه.
Plant now going down.
Danger there should have been handled, but Jenny still has a vandal.
You are divided.
We divide to cut them out entirely. This is Lev showing respect again to the eco. Potential of EDG to win these rounds out. Even when they're a player up here, Smoggy up from that high ground. Overdrive now going to be popped off in through the back wall position. And with a lack of armor, they are being galvanized. Smoggy just reclaimed at least the operator, but might not get a chance to take it. Yeah, he's going to be able to get it potentially all the way out of there. Not the worst prize in the world. Spike might be able to hear this. Might be jumping straight into him here.
It's important.
He'd love to keep the op. He'd love to keep it.
Yeah, he's going to be able to. He's tucked himself into that safe little corner. And so Kangkang's going to have a prize for the next round. But Sado's happy about it. It's an anti-eco, but they convert it pretty cleanly, actually. Later in his hand that was saved by Smoggy previously. The scoreline tied. Jenny under pressure early.
خلينا نشوف بعد التيمات ايش بيسوي.
Very much peeled back. Left to his own devices, typically the way that EDG play this on the defense. Happy to see what Jenny can cook up when he's anchoring.
خلاص انا شاب دي وانا عندي شاهي ولا نسيت عن
الشاهي. From Lev though, just taking up B long control, leaving the insert of King, taking up the orbs, making sure they can build up to the orbs.
And here's the op battle potentially over towards A main.
من اللي شوف اللي بيقدم هو اللي بيخسر الفايت. اللي بيهلد هو اللي بيفوز الفايت. ومن مصلحة كان انه ما يقدم لانه هو ديفنت. اوكي جاء الدور انا ارجعه.
To clear this position out. Kangkang's making
الحين بيقدم.
Take a listen into Lev.
Só tomou spike.
Guys, o cara tem a diop, saiu pra trás. Tá botando trela viado.
Dá pra fazer mais um. Mano, tem que ser
Aí volta mais um fake, mais um pump e voltar mais split. Arto. Só volta split de outro, guys. Eu vou falar de vocês.
Vou dar aqui, Sato. Vai.
Oi, tá museu. Esse cara é uma comitê assim, eu vou ter ult, tá?
Pula, Bela.
Mano, blow ult aí. Vai chegando, depois eu vou voltar, guys. Vou voltar museu. Voltei e voltar, tá?
No more stars.
Dá pra esquerda museu. Morreu, tela. Vanga.
Well, they're potentially running into the more, but they've got the util to see if they can clear this one out. Still 2 players at Anchor! Gonna take it out!
كيف؟
Dismissed and dissolved in an instant. It leaves it up to nobody, and Kangkang once more. That plant will be going down with barely any time onto the clock, but backwards position. Kangkang shot going wide! Bullets rattling into the wall. Blows seemingly unaffected.
تحرك.
It's Lev taking the lead.
King crafting that strat, pulling his teammates back towards him. Despite losing Neon, the idea of blows ripping this Hunter's Fury deals with Smoggy, but how did they get the last two? Just beautiful timing on
يمين بالله بيك مجنون. واحد مسك البوكس وواحد مسك البيهايند سكرين.
And rinsing any on-site crossfire setups there. Beautiful execution. Going into the stack and still coming out on top.
Neon. Dangerous tidings awaiting him. Flash in his face that will be forced to respect.
رجع له. واتوقع بيرجعون لما سمع فينيكس فلاش.
Alt after alt.
I mean, how many is he on now? It's unbelievable.
They'll have another
not being
opportunity.
contested, are they?
No, not really. I mean, even if they are being contested, he's got Phoenix Wall to just be able to lock that off.
ما يبغى غريبة على ممكن يدي جي مع انه ايكو يجيب ذا راوند ممكن لان في فايس الت بيخليها بيستول مع تشيتشو سموجي فينيكس لو قدروا انهم اوكي هذه حلوه الحركه منهم. اذا ستبوا هنا وذول بدأ الاكسكيوت يقدرون يوقفونهم. فالعلم كله بيكون عند فينيكس انه يمسك الروتيت هذا لانهم بيسوون روتيت لو قلتوا بدري.
Drone forward zone not going to be broken. I'm going to see that runner back again.
ايوه هذا الالت اللي انا ابغاه.
I was talking about flash of overhead. Sidearms are going to be taken out, and Spike happy to once more play it all the way forwards here. Whittling and dishing it out with the pellets. And all the way, the fight's not done, it's not finished just yet. Overwhelming aggression is the name of the game, and Lev barrels straight over EDG.
A pack mentality.
اوه كان يقدر يطلع باثنين.
No chance for EDG to be able to pull out magic. Just sheer overwhelming bodies in the face of Kang at the end. What on earth is he supposed to do about that? And what is that snap?
Yo, okay.
24 kills across 20 rounds.
Have a good time at the Phoenix in.
Revealing area.
Sado is on one. Big down as well, over the top alongside that Phoenix War. This time EDG looking like they might want to put the punish on, but it's constant orb grabbing. These players are being split up now, behind the box. How the hell do you even get out of this one? The Utah need to come through now, but EDG, they're stacking it with bodies. The flash is good, but the anti-positions...
حلوة منهم يا أخي. ليف قاعد يلعب صح.
Molly at the back of the pillar. It's a pick your poison situation for EDG.
They
once
tried.
more, the hardest
يا الحين يا
possible
بلا
challenge
جني.
given up to Jenny. Leah's already on top of it. We're up to 12. Leviathan.
Everything EDG throw at them, every little counter idea, Lev have already got an answer for it.
ترى
Neon holds the angle on the left side.
EDG كتحرك تيم يلعبون صح. كقراية لعب فيه. مشكلتهم صدق يفوزون الدولز. الجن فايت يقوم يفوزونها.
Feels like they've scrimmed it 1,000 times before. It's so practiced.
How did they cook it up on the fly?
EDG قاعد يخسر الدوز. الفرص الفايتات ال 2v2 3v3 1v1 قاعد يخسرونها. في الغالب مو يعني دائما.
At least scramble to give us some semblance of a buy. But again, the onus being placed on the star players. The horn finally dealt with Kang. Oh, I'm feeling like you could take the peek off the back of it.
Sado's going to grab that orb again. He's one away from another Phoenix ult.
It's just ridiculous. Shots landing at least onto Neon, but no kill claimed.
A warning shot.
There.
Exchange on either side. Drone steps forwards here. Clearance, peace to mind granted at least.
يعني مكان أعطي الفينيكس هي اللي يسوي بلانت.
This one up, Sada with the molly. Feed over towards the lane position, forcing EDG to concede a lot of this space. Second wave and level towards it. Smoggy now with his own running back. He wants to see if he can step forwards here. Peeling out and helping out Jenny, but these shots again, they rattle either way.
حلوة.
Lowe's is kind of isolated.
كيف ثم سموك؟
But he's still fighting the target, still finding his marks. A player advantage here for Lev. I'm going to plant out just yet, Chichu. As we divide. Going to push them back and away, and the space is going to be conceded here by Lev, but they have 35 seconds left. They have no other options, and they realize it. Reasserting themselves now. Taking up control, but this is shoulder to shoulder. This could be everything. This could be the map. For God's sake, Chichu takes the peek past it.
تيجو غبية الحركة واضحة ترى.
It's all up to Kang and Smoggy now.
Kang's left.
He's going. Walkabouts running to the opposite side of the map. It's all down to Smoggy on his shoulders. Flicking the wrist line off the dodge, and he can't quite land the shots. Time barely played down, but it matters. It's a 2-0 lead, and our
توقعت كان يمسك حركة الجارديان هذيك.
are taking no prisoners.
أقوى بوست.
The Leviathan are looking primed, ready to go.
This is one of their best maps. This is one of those areas where Lev have been able to come through time and again. You know roughly what they're going to throw at you, but it's so damn hard to stop.
We've seen that
غبي يبين إنه مع شرف ما هو يطلق على فلاش ذا قديم.
Don't get me wrong, EDG, no slouches. They've been punching back, answering back.
خلينا نشوف ايش يلعبون. تو سموك كالعادة. تو دولست ونشيتر.
Full access potentially gained over towards A side. The horns going to be clearing out all.
كلهم كوبي بيست. اختلاف في الدولست. جت ونيون.
Timing potentially missed. A 1-for-1. The trade is good. Chichu is on top of it.
الفلانك. الفايت في الميد.
Push over towards screens as a reaction to this though.
King watching for it to walk up into mid, but 2 shots to the chest is all it takes.
Huge pick.
Sheriff in hand. Set it straight there. That's just with the bandit. Long range. Kang taken out. One to the dome. Get up now. Flash in the face. Smoggy's going to have to be careful about this one. Chichu alongside him. Going to try and find a way past all of this pressure.
ينتظرون كينج وفوق. يا كينج سبب لهم ضجة.
How the hell do you even win it out? You have no heavy control. The shot's still there. Damage done by Sato. That blanket insurance policy just swings out, snaps up the pistol round for their squad.
أبو سعود نظام البطولات الفانتوم العيال معليش انشغلت بشغل مشوار نظام البطولات يا ابو سعود اشرح الحين. لكن هذه البطولة الثانية الكبيرة الماسترز وباقي الشامبيون اخر السنة. احنا في اللور فاينل بكره الفاينل. في شورت لي على اليوتيوب شرحت فيها نظام البطولات لو تشوفه لانه يطول وبياخذ من بيطلعني برا جو الجيم. الفوز الحين بست اوف 5 اللي يفوز ب3 مابات او 3 خرائط يفوز ويتأهل بكره يلعب النهائي ضد بياركس. ليفايتن فايز بمابين. هذا الماب الثالث فاز تأهل. فاز EDG نلعب ماب رابع. فاز EDG ماب رابع نلعب ماب خامس. لازم احد يفوز 3 مابات. هذه بست اوف 5. العفو لا مو معقد ولا شيء يعني.
Broadly speaking, this is how Ono wants them to control the game. King's attack side calling. It is really difficult to penetrate.
ما قفلت التصويت.
Explosive firepower. Surrounded by young talent. Very different King this time around with the squad that he is with. He's looking for his chance of revenge, not just against EDG, but to go all the way to the finals.
Yeah, last time nobody and King were IGLing against each other. King had Aspas on the team. You know, huge names, players that you build entire styles around. Now it's very much them taking new talent and crafting them into whatever style they want.
Well, like
2024, King ended up losing that match against EDG. Obviously, the rest is history. We all know that one. EDG going on to lift that trophy. We're seeing a heavy stack of bodies, looking to see if they can do a bit of damage. King has the rifle, but he's looking to see if he can get a clean exit out of here. Damage being a name of the game for
لا يقدر يقعد في الجراج ما يجي شيء.
Nice step in though, just for the bandits. Couple of shots now, but at this point, Lev realizing they are penned in. The snake bite and an aid is actually quite nice. It's going to keep them corralled, connected into the corner. You're going to sidestep into that snake bite. The shots, oh my!
Oh, they can't even get the damage done.
That's ridiculous. How the hell has EDG not done more there?
Bobbing and weaving, the Lev players survive. The round was always going the way of Leviathan, always. But at least EDG could have taken some of the sting out of this bonus, especially for a team that is so tactical, that has such a deep playbook. It is dangerous to let them keep a load of rifles. And Sato's one away from the orb. What is EDG's plan? Can they even contest this?
Oh!
It's Jenny on the line. You already know how this defensive setup is going to be looking. Kang is playing here. Saw it in their last game. Puts a priority for EDG to try and hold on to that B heaven control because he will be isolated if they lose.
الميد سبيل عندهم.
Don't seem to care about
الميد فاضي.
Well, they're just hyper focused right now on B main because it's such an area that Lev like to play around. But when you lose it early on and then Neon breaks a trailblazer, this could be a B repop. This could be a B split. They can go anywhere with Sato's ultimate. EDG look to take the fight.
That's just Neon. Slight jiggle with a knife out. Spots 2 players there. Sounds like with a re-exploration, and now mad dash and scurry away from EDG.
They already have the protocols. They already know how they want to play these situations.
A flash though.
Cheech used his snake bite. Nobody would have to hit a shot here as they take garage.
Really would. They were planning for the full rotation, but now they're left alone. 37 seconds left. Flash round to the side. Nobody. Hoping to get lucky here. A little bit of spam onto that line. Another flash.
خلاص كينج في الميد.
Doesn't make the play to push.
بس ما في تايم.
Just buying time as well and making them stew for the moment. A bit of spam though. That'll do the trick. Still it goes.
نايس تريد والله يا اخ ربيته.
Spikes in though. That's like off angle accounted for. She just there. Kang. It's gonna do his best.
اوف يا كان لو سويتها.
Swift couple of kills there, but with 13 seconds left the plant. will be able to go down.
Nades, blast
يا سموجي.
No, Smoggy not in the right place.
Smoggy.
To utilize any of that abundance.
Smoggy واحد.
Steps forward. It's a good timing to take that fight. Pure disrespect showcase, but now how does he get past King? Slightly onto that punch. That's a nasty shot to hit.
كينج تروى لله شعره.
Contained in the end by Spike. A 4-piece for him.
خد حسم على 3 مو على 2. طيب.
Look at that opener. Perfect crosshair placement. And then the second kill again.
أنت تسألني ولا تقول لي تعلمني؟
That regens another slide. Destroys Chichu. Crosses him up. No chance. And cleans things up.
من أفضل لاعب بالبطولة بالنسبة لك؟
Disrespected a boombot to help his IGL.
I'm him.
طب صوتك رايح.
You are, bro.
تايم اوت. طبيعي يا رؤوف النتيجة اوريدي 2-0 بالمابات وهذا الماب الثالث وهي بس توب 5 قايلين ذا الشيء.
Is he going to turn up and take London by storm?
That's the issue, right? A lot of these teams
طيب
leaned into the
شو اسمه؟
They didn't change too much around it. I think Lev
أفضل لاعب
this
بالبطولة
very aware of what's different about Neon this time around. Movement got nerfed. You can't shotgun as much. You don't see them lean into that as much. Maybe for a bonus round. Maybe, you know, investing into the anti-eco. But they've found their footing and their stride.
نيون
Multiple players on
من الليفايتين كويس. جينج مرة مبدع.
It's difficult to even hunt for any semblance of that win condition. The Coinbase
ديفاي.
I think EDG will just be looking. I mean,
بين الثلاثة هذولي.
Of refighting over B main is failing entirely. So you've got to try something else. We've seen teams look to take the B main fight against Lev. We've also seen teams try to push down mid to as Lev take B main. We've also seen teams try to push out A really heavy to punish King, who's often holding in that area. Coming out of attack timeout though, Lev love to go A.
Yeah, looking like a potential fast hit all the way through. There's going to be the fast lane to cut this one up, but nobody. It turns himself forwards with that Bucky in hand. Chichu from the top ropes. Neon. Head rolling off the shoulders. It's Lev that are heavily punished, heavily slapped down to earth. The gravity of their situation finally settling in.
One of those spots where Lev should have mixed up what they normally do. The timeout.
أنا أشوف صراحة مفروض ليفايتن ما يفك الباديز هذه مع أنها أوريدي عندهم صراحة يعني مفروض يحسبون حساب إن معهم الجنز.
Torn to pieces and now they're in a 2v5 Leviathan trying to recover this.
شوف معهم 2 رايفل.
Lack of hesitation from
اللي في الأي ممكن يسلمونه يروحون بيه لأن معهم رايفلز.
Pave the way here.
بس على كذا واحد منهم بيروح ياخذ الجن بيصير 3 رايفلز.
Across the board. Couple of shots are fired off towards that B-heaven angle, but this is EDG in a lot of control.
اسم دامبي مو صيني كوري تقصد.
See how it goes though. 38 seconds left. It is an open B side.
نحمد الله بصحة وعافية.
Well, you can't give ins here for Leviathan.
They're going to expect that B main is compromised, but with that haunt, they know that either Jenny's not there or he's pushed incredibly deep.
Kings forwards, not stopping whatsoever. Watch for here. Lucky to be alive as the shots just whistle past. Along with those bullets, we're going to see him commit to the reload. They are being surrounded slowly, surely at that.
Trying to lure in that B main player that they know is there.
See the now blows. He's already inserted himself down towards that hell angle. Hold on, the damage being done. Players picked apart, picked to pieces. But the composure just not quite there. Leaves it to King. Can't do it all. Nobody with a 4-piece. Continuation of that
3-1 دخلوا في الأجواء. ايوه هات راوند تقتلني كذا.
The IGLs clashing swords towards the end. Nobody putting those 4 kills on the board. His first 4 on split. And the Mastercard Drifty comes through. I think mostly this is a really nice read on what Lev like to do coming out of timeouts. I don't think this is the kind of thing that you can normally read into too heavily. Because Lev, outside of those anti-eco timeout moments, they do like to mix things up a ton. So now we get back into the bread and butter rounds. What is EDG's game plan? How have they adjusted it? With the tag timeout that Autumn took, they were fighting B main. Now Kankan takes his op over towards A ramp. And Lev are fast up mid.
All the way forwards is going to be applying pressure to this ramp control. Kankan, see what he off. So Trailblazers immediately broken. King posturing like there's potentially more of a presence than there actually is, putting a bit of fear into their step. And B main control was conceded in the process. Now we're seeing it overdrive, offloaded Spike. Leading this one forward, the rest of his team. Hort's going to be clearing a significant portion of this one, but now Smoggy with it. Oh, no way! It's the rocket whipped away.
كنسل التيه
ankles being broken. It's Neon running a mockery on the round.
هنا جيني سوى تي بي. يا حبيبي يا راوند بالله الإعادة.
EDG have just been torn to pieces.
بالله الإعادة.
And the crowd, this whole event has been on EDG's side, but you can't help but love what you're watching here as they get ripped asunder.
لا.
This entire plan built to try to put pressure on Neon as he's holding B main, and he outplays them utterly.
You can see it on the face of the EDG players. Hope is fading.
Yeah, but they've got the right read again here.
Yeah, not all is lost. Nobody was able to do it for them before. This time, though, Lev not willing to.
مين تقصد EDG ما يهلدون مد؟ هذا سؤالك ليش ما يهلدون مد يا خالد؟
hits the brakes and decides to back off as soon as they realize EDG have gone for that same defense side read.
وهذه غلطة أصلاً يعني إنك تقروش مد شوي تخليهم يعني بس أنت صعب إنك تبوش مد من غير بلاي معين. فهم يلعبون ديب يشوفون التاور إذا دخلوا كروس هنا وصلوا أو إذا دخلوا فنت وصلوا هنا وفي أحد يميل للتاور فهم يعطونهم فنت وميل فهمت؟ مرة كامل يلعبون ورا في أسلوب لعب بس أنا ما أفضل الصراحة إلا في راوندات معينة يعني.
If this goes poorly, it's going to be that Prowler to lead it forward. Spike with that deep dash to the side. He's weak as anything. Stun ricochets, rebounds. Let's get the connection they were looking for. C's already going to be utilized.
فيك واسحبوا أربعة رموا كل شيء. رموا كل شيء.
Reinforce, go back over towards
wow,
his A hesitancy in their step.
I mean, it's beautiful calling though. He's got the complete A site open.
20 seconds, now we're seeing it. Satchel's across all the way. EDG's trying to catch up to what the state of the round looks like. The paranoia is good, but the rifles even better. All the way onto the side.
مراهم.
This plan needs to be denied at any chance, any opportunity, but Blows already committing this one with a plan. Kangang up towards the top now. Rifle there. We've been away and around. It's Spike finally done.
Kan.
Coming alive. The final hour when his team needed it. Guns to be handed off and over the heels there, but still blows. You can't count them out. And as that smoke blooms and blossoms, it's nobody's life that's removed.
Jenny or Ghost?
Ghost in hand. Barely anything at all to work with. He's got to find a path forwards, but with that upgrade found rifle now, but a deep TP. Jenny finding his mark, finding his time, starting to get away from him. Blows just sidestepping it all.
صراحة EDG لازم يشوف له حل ولا ينتهي الهاف بنتيجة كبيرة. أضعف الإيمان 8-4 عادي لأن الماب في البطولات للأتاك أريح.
Again, very individual from EDG today. They are really finding it tough to sync their ideas up together and play off each other. Even their best moments.
اوكي بيلعبون ديفو بيخلون نيون يطلع فيك هنا وبعدين بيروح. اوه الليل ونيون وسرعتها اضطر يبيك هو علشان شايل هم نيون الفايبر او يسحب بس قرر يبيك واخذ واحد معه. فلش وراح الأب وراحت الزقاقة والله لفايتن.
Bullets into the bodies of the EDG. They're finding weaknesses now, but this is all up to nobody. The pit up gives them a bit of space, but it's still up to nobody in a 1v3. It's going fishing, hunting, spraying and praying, hoping for the connection.
6-1 لازم تجي اختيارات.
Waits to see if Lev will make that first move, the first slip.
يبغى ياخذ ربو سيف.
Drops the gun, tries to bait the swing, making him think that he's saving that operator, but still the bullets firing now, revealing it, but he picks up the operator at precisely the wrong moment. This is all Leviathan.
راح الباي راح الأب راح الهاف يا خالد. صراحة EDG لازم ياخذ تايمات في الديفنت. الكوتش لازم ياخذ تيمات ثاني في الديفنت. يغير ستايل اللعب شوي. يغير ستايل اللعب شوي. يلعبون 3 مد. أنا أشوف يلعبون 3 مد. الحمد لله اسمعوا كلامي. المفروض ذا الشيء يتسوى حتى في الباي. حلوة 3 مد مرة كويسة. أحلى وأفضل وأرتب للريتيك. إنك تضمن إن ما حد بيجيك ليت. ممكن تدف 2 فلانك. إيش ما كانت الاتجاهات. والريز يكون يشيك والسكاي يشيك. خلاص هذا الصح اصلا. الحين عادي. اوه بغى يشيل له ثاني بالكلاسيك.
4v4. Still danger here when the time gets as low as it is, and nobody's going to be hearing this. Many footsteps moving towards it. Running back though. Utilised now to lead it forwards. Nobody at least takes him out, but Nightfall going to be scattering across. Cuts away a couple of these sound cues. Nobody! Still sidestepping. He's dancing around the pillar. He's making it work.
من أول مد بس تلو إنه والله اللي المفروض يلعب 3 كذا يا أخي. فكه من الفلسفة. أفضل وأريح يا أخي. ويدف له ممكن سموك عادي. ياخذ سموك ونوي على فوق البوكس ولا جات السور ولا الماركت. فهمت؟ شوية برشر أنت بتقروشهم كذا في المد. تخلي تيمك يتنفس في الروتيت في الريتيك. اما انك تكون ديب برا مره لدرجه انك ما تدري وينهم. كينج ياخذ راحته. ما غلت بيمين.
Access to B main.
I like that idea from Chichu instead of using it in mid as most people would go for.
Yeah, I mean Lev put such a high priority over towards that B main controlling their attack. Farming up the orbs.
اوكي كينج شكله كول انه هو بيجي ليت او كول ان النيون او الاومن يجي ليت في الجراج وياخذون ميد كنترول. حتى ممكن يكون برشر خفيف على الماركت على الفنت.
All the way up. This is brave, but he just misses his chance. Slight jiggle. King, surely you're not going to be stepping straight back into this one. Oh my goodness, the nerves. And nobody left to defend at all, really, from a spot like this. The flash is good. Stun going to be missing. The spike still leading it forwards for his team. Who are gliding to the side. Back's turn though. Kang, potential for him to destroying and decimating them. And once more, that time.
No!
Forwards into main. He steals with one of the challenges. Spike's going to be picked up.
الماب عندهم.
Chances to pivot, but you have only 30 seconds remaining. Which direction do you move into? It's a noise base. Sound being made as they jump down into the vents, but the actual goal going to be towards the A side. And that leaves it up to Jenny.
Jenny can stay hard anchored here. He's always got the ult to be able to play off, but the play's coming into him.
He's just walking straight into the line. He's not ready for it at all. And that's the anchor play that potentially could have played spoiler. No paranoia. Level left guessing. Where could these players be? Smoggy. He's found it. Quick shot straight to the dome. Time. 4 seconds. He's missed it. It's no time at all. Chichu's running into It's going to be a round 1 for EDG.
By the finest of margins, Neon there deciding to take the fight into Smoggy. It's 2 rounds by their skin.
أحس إنه عنده وقت.
But EDG are putting them together, putting them on the board.
جابوا راوند.
What a miracle round from Kang too.
شوف القتلة الثانية والله ما هي سهلة حقت كان في أحسن بس هذه حلوة يعني.
And Lev really needed to put more focus, more attention on him.
See Kang activating and stepping up here once more. Nobody was seen a repeat.
داخ نفس السيناريو حق الباكي. نفس السيناريو ونفس الباكي راوند.
And Lev once more punished as a result of it. Paranoia is good. Stops him for now. Gonna need to see sharp shooting.
ريبلاي بس سلاح مختلف ونفس اللي ذبحهم.
Pressed into a corner, forced into unfavorable positions, and kills are not being offered up as freely as they were before. Smoggy plays with a bit more discipline, gets the information, backs it up, but this is very individualistic. Now blows, looking forward, hold on, finds his one, but the trade is quick, and Jenny secures the spike for his team.
EDG look a lot more comfortable defending over towards A. And Kangkang's op is just filling the gaps. King shouldn't be allowed an easy kill here. High-low setup for Jenny and Chishu.
There it is.
Confirmed. Spike was dropped down into their laps.
EDG بدأ يخش في
EDG
الأجواء.
look quite nice whenever Lev are opening on the A side of the map. Nobody has been reading those rounds beautifully, by the way. He always seems to be in the right place at the right time whenever King wants to start on the east side.
طبيعي.
And there's a strong correlation too between when Kangkang has been able to get the op in his hands and the way that EDG have found success. It's not always because of him so much as he allows the team to stack in the opposite direction. They've just got so much faith and confidence in their superstar Jet Opper. Lev take a timeout though. On her. He's looking for that Coinbase win condition to get back on top of the game. They've still got an advantage of 2. But it was that B main control into mid pressure that was working so beautifully for them. He also has lots of fast rounds in the bank. So if Spike's money is not looking great, they absolutely could just keep the bucky and send it.
He's got the overdrive too. Alt earned up, many threats waiting on the other side of this timeout.
Whoever is going to be playing over towards that B heaven area, I think is going to have an absolute task on their hands. If Kangkang finds himself in the right spot, maybe the Jet Opper could do it, but he's going to pick up a ramp instead. And this to me does look quick.
There.
Yeah, I think to be heavy emphasis placed onto mid.
I think the Snakebite and the Paranoia are going to have to do work here for Chishu and Jenny.
Try and get this one up. It's a deep wall. It's going to be used at the final few moments. Doesn't reveal the hand until now. Now, galvanizing opener. Let's see it from Spike all the way forward to that overdrive. Disrespect.
طارت نيون طارت من يوقفها الحين يلا.
He's going to fight his way forward. But the extra element of that deep TP, Neon.
أجل نيون محلق.
Backside control.
مقلع.
It's the power of Lev. Even when you think that you've seen everything from them. Attack timeout and a fast round. Massive advantage here. EDG might think about saving.
ما معهم باي والله ومعهم اب. Last round next 7-4 لازم تسيف.
Working out for them in the slower pace that King's brought to the game. But the scrapbook is just such a massive asset for this squad.
Filled to the brim. Whenever they're in a tough spot, whenever they feel like they're losing control of the game, 3 rounds, EDG win, panic button hit. Owner calls it for them. Fast little B split play. Ults online for them to really make sure it hurts.
You have to be set up to deny them some level of B main control in case it's slow. You have to be set up to stop a fast A hit in case they go in that direction out of attack timeout. And then you also have to be ready for these kind of set plays up through mid B heaven. Your defense is just stretched too thin. Chichu and Jenny trying to do their best there with whatever tools they had available. But you see Jenny's inside of his smoke animation. The tempo just runs him over, he gets bulldozed.
Again, the stuns is just picture perfect. Exactly where they needed it from Spike.
Sato is one away from having his ult online. I think you would expect Lev to go B main, but EDG have not been able to deny them this area.
See it. TP's going to be hurt.
هذا متنرفع. على الأقل وقت الألت قوية وقت الألت بس.
Just cuts up the angle here.
عادة قوية هي يعني في سيناريو معين.
You never know what timing they're going to pick on the B pop. They can go fast, they can re-hit.
Might be looking to go for it now. Here it is, all in explosive style. It's pathing onto the other side of the pit. Damage definitely done. She's just going to try and dismiss and slap them all down.
حلوة تشيشو.
From that high ground angle. But the trading immaculate still brings it into a 2v2. Very much position here for EDG. Boombot.
ياخذ لفة.
Backed up and he's just left King
أو
completely.
نيون معليش.
Onto the site now. Nate's going to be pushing him back and away. just spotted out his position and Kang dropping it down.
He's begging. He's begging for Neon to speed up here through mid.
Needs some assistance, needs some help. Guns are swapped around once more with the rifles now. They are putting the squeeze. King needs a bailout, needs some assistance. Spam through the box. Couple of straight shots. Wondering where they might be. Smoggy turning them all the way around.
اوه
To finish exactly.
طول البلاي حلو بس طال.
5-7, just down by 2. But it's a very much winnable scenario. Very much gives them significant.
يلا 7-5.
A little bit.
رجعوا في النتيجة كنا توقعنا 9-3 10-2. يلا بعطيكم على الهاف وبروح ضغط 100 وبجي.
They're finally relying on that teamwork and team fighting.
It's a wonderful end here for EDG to just
eliminated NRG. EDG look like they're on the chopping block next. Lev have been all over them in this game. Last few rounds, EDG have managed to pick something up, but this defense side is normally strong for Lev.
Neon.
The double duelists are going to have to go crazy for EDG. I'm looking towards Kang and Smoggy.
We've seen it before. Even at this very event, able to get it done onto Split, and now looking to see if they can set this one step forwards, dodging and juking up towards the top, and Ansado just seeing if he can make himself a bit of a nuisance. Neon, it's a fadeaway shot, but already the kills claimed. EDG with the advantage. The plan now to go down, stepping forwards into the smoke, punished. Kunger's got it. What's full eye, dominating the position. Random shots at Neon, just going wide. Waiting it out. Not too many more opportunities going to be finding themselves here. Kang and Jenny. Quick clean up, and that's a pistol round for EDG. That's what we were saying. Takes a lot to take this team down.
Kang's great in this round. Steps forward, dominates the smoke the Neon throws. Shuts down any attempt. That's a ridiculous shot. But one of the few that they landed. Otherwise, EDG got in. Found the pick that they needed, stopped any retake from happening. The retake protocols from Lev on A are really strong. If EDG can focus in the rifle rounds around getting into B with their double duelist comp, I think that can be a big win con for them. And they need this map.
Hello.
They need every map.
Neon trying to do his Forsaken cosplay. All the way forwards here, might be able to put the punish on the cheat shoot because those shots are going wide as anything. Snake bite, a bit done. Oh! Said it!
What's he done?
He's trying to shank him in the face, hoping that they'll run him down. Let's give access to EDG though. Get the plant down onto A. Funneling the orbs into Smoggy, and he's going to be looking.
حط ميوت انا اقول يبيك الحمار. حاط مولي استهبل. خلاص انت وقفتهم اذا بالشوك خلاص شكر الله عاد انت ميت على الاقل سوي ريلود. راح بيكم يضرب بالنايف. سلامات.
Spectre in hand. These are looking like 3 tasty ult points down here if Smoggy can find them.
شلون بيلقاهم هنا السؤال.
How do you get down into the vents? Not being punished for it. Love chances. Satchel's a nice way to do it. Still, just the one. Quick clean up. Neon straight on top of it. It's a gun picked up. Time running out. Able to go down here. Nobody looking to see if he can reclaim some of the investment.
Yeah, he does. He grabs the Spectre towards the end. It's pretty decent for Smoggy, but honestly, he's 2 away from the showstopper. Not sure we necessarily need to see this again.
I mean, we're going to include a knife too. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a long replay. Oh, okay.
He thought he had a sword.
Yeah.
Thought he had a pike to be able to work with rather than a blade.
يلا العظيم اني ايش اقول ذي اللقطة.
Took Masters London a bit too literally.
7-7 now.
I think that the B side of the map is where EDG are really going to thrive with this composition. Here comes that Lurk Viper orb that we've seen teams run many times before. Smoggy probably wants to try to work for the orb if he can, the ult orb that is. But any pops out through this are going to be hard for Lev to hold.
Yeah, we're going to see the volley going to be used. That's preemptive. And that Neon, though, he's been caught out. Normally so good for it to flash forward. It's a flood. Caught for, but they don't know about Smoggy. They don't know about Chichu.
خربوها. شكرا لك على الدريشن. سو بقرا.
I think he thought it was a drop.
بشكل بيسيب.
That's crazy. This round is brilliant though from EDG. It shows you what their best idea of being able to convert these rounds are.
يعطيك العافية 000 على الدونيشن. هابي ايرلي بيرثداي ماي هاندسوم مان. لاف يو.
They're just all over you before you even realize.
Love you till death and beyond. يستلم مشاعر الحبيبة ما شاء الله. عندي محب خفي أنا. تغزل فيني. الله يديم المحبة. وحبك الله الذي أحببتني فيه. يعطيك العافية على الدونيشن. الله يكثر خيرك.
Kong taking a stand, empowering the crowd. Look at that for this squad. Yeah, the pathing is just sublime.
I'd say that is the bread and butter B default from EDG. You get Kong with his cloud planning towards the new stand. As Smoggy either goes to the new box or.
إيه صح اليوم الساعة 12 أكمل 30 سنة. بكرة ندخل 21.
To teleport out of his anchor position a lot and will go over towards what he assumes is a smoke towards CT. Well, that time
30. لا 30. اليوم 21 اخش 30.
Neon just TPs out and Smoggy knows he's got a free kill.
لا اليوم يعني إذا دخلنا 21 الساعة 12. وش 21 برا؟ والله شوف يا معبود هم مكبريني. بتبندنا لو قلنا 30. ها؟
7 of the last 8 rounds have gone the way of EDG. Some early felt like it was based on individuals, but later on we're seeing more and more of their ideas and their teamwork shine. The timings.
وانتم بخير صحة وسلام. الله يطول بأعمارنا جميعا على طاعته قولوا آمين. سنين طويلة وأعواما مديدة.
But I think the obvious reaction from Owner is to fight much more heavy over towards B main, and that'll work even in the rifle rounds where EDG don't need an ult-orb.
Kang's here though. TP, it's a fake into the corner here. The flash is good, and Kang's just walking all the way out.
عاد العمر مهم مقياس.
Let's get back to safety. Got a nice edge.
Good positional awareness, even when he was blinded up there.
Back 7, they've got the heal in the back pockets. King has the rifle. Nice jump spot. It's the player that could potentially do something about this round.
You know the blows is going to be on heaven. Exact same spot he holds in about 90% of the rounds. Here he's going to drop into an A anchor spot, anticipating EDG gearing up for that A exec, and instead, nobody has pump faked it beautifully. He's drawn all of these defenders away from B.
سدرس 7 بس هذا بند 6-7.
The Prowler doesn't see anything, and they've realized, wait a minute, we may have been a little too hasty in terms of rotation. So they are getting players in a
طب الحين هم
walking up.
Oh yeah.
B having controls there now.
بس
it was a nice call to do the A fake, but they missed the timing on it.
Still looking towards that mid.
سكاي رجعت مثل قبل سكاي دام يرجع لها فلاش.
30 seconds left. Paranoia is there. The smoke dissipates, just want to take the timing now, but with it, Util sailing up overhead, TP cuts it up into the corner. It's accounted for though, nobody's straight there with it. Still that rifle player King, only the one. Backing away to Satchels, somehow playing him into safety. 13 seconds left, time is of the essence. EDG, they're going to get a move on, they're going to go towards his site. The plan is to go down.
Oh, والله كانت close.
Defended in time.
They just love to make the fans sweat a little.
Oh yeah.
It's a nice call, but they missed the timing. Had to go into a full stack of bodies.
فيها مفر. فيها دامت الساعة 7 فيها.
Just making sure that his players on the entry are not.
بس الحين الباي حق يمكن ياخذون تايمات ويضبطون الليل. اصبر لا تستعجل. الموسم.
So lucky. So lucky. 5 people. Why?
Hello, Smoggy. What's going on here then? Paranoia is going to be following up right behind him. That's a running back. Utilized by Sado. He's going to be able to at least absorb this ult.
Nice idea.
It evens out.
It's a fake though. They're luring blows out of his normal position.
Trying to take up space over towards the A side as a result of it.
A double fake actually. They're going back to Smoggy. Let's take a listen to EDG.
不用，我到人摸包的，我在加 B 楼，小心打死。
这个不是中路压了，世界包去拿二楼行吗？
我去看 B 通了，我去看 B 通了，
我去拿警压，
كيف
你们去拿个二楼，
我去拿二楼下，我 B 通反绕 B 楼了，
他以为我摸二楼了，他以为我摸二楼。
فايبر بداك هناك
他推黑了，
两个至少，
你们把二楼霓虹上了，他没到就回防了，他没到就回防了，他推黑了，
我绕 B 2楼了，
二楼启动了。我摸得很慢，有看二楼，慢慢打，慢慢打。我玩二楼八，我玩时间了，玩时间了。关键是在绕远的。
我有马上2秒钟有闪光，阳台有人，
阳台到了，打个闪拖一下。
地方有个wiper。
Still left to spare, nobody's almost let himself a little bit of respite from it, but still Neon won't go down. And now he's the last one left, time ticking though. Lever being pressured, and they might have just lost the round entirely as a result of it. Nobody plays it to perfection, waits it all the way out, and King can't even escape.
What a round! So many layers to what's going on there. They ripped the showstopper off barrier because they're expecting Lev to fight for B main. That's the most obvious tactical adjustment that Lev would have made. When Smoggy gets all of that position on B, they cancel the idea of going back over towards A. Head to B, get the plant down, and then there's lurks on lurks on lurks because of that double fake setup. Nobody individually and in terms of the calling. Getting one up here. Putting the pressure back on Lev. China's Kings, they're leading by 3.
They really are. Not done yet by any measure whatsoever. That's going to be prime, Procton ready. Flash held into the hands with a refight call for Lev. Trying to get ahead of all of this. Kankang.
يتردد
Just can't quite manage it. Rifle aim was impeccable towards the end. Trading again.
لغاية يرجع
One more chance. It's King.
اتوقع لغاية يرجع على راوند داون نروح فيه اتوقع يرجع عادي ما هي بعيدة بس اي دي جي يمكن اي دي جي ما عاد معه تايم اوت.
If it's a giant 5v5 fight, a big skirmish, the trading and the util does tend to favor the American squad.
One enemy remaining.
But if you create chaos, if you slip individuals into little gaps, EDG, they've got those opportunities. And if they can find a big exec this time going over towards A, his blow's good for it. They know where he's going to be posted.
Again! Again!
Just want to be nerve, but not that much. Can't go straight there with a blade sword, but a right click. It's going to be dismissing them completely.
ايش اللخبطة يلعن ابليسكم. طب خذوا التور هم الحين 3 4v3 او 4v3.
Giving him control of the space inside the smoke. It's Kankang just backing out. He knows the internal timer ticking. Smoke dissipates. He hears it. Sound cues. Let's go tracking.
Well, there's the Neon nerf in action.
Straight back at you.
Spike planted.
Neon can't do much about
بيروح
this.
يسيب
1v4 EDG find their way to 11.
And this is very nice game plan from EDG. The anti, we've seen a lot of teams try to beat Lev, and they struggle a ton on the A side of the map. We've seen most teams, they know that they can get the plant down on A. So they go into A, and they end up playing in these post-plant situations that Lev are mega comfortable with. Instead, EDG are going up ramp and dominating heaven, which takes away any opportunity for Lev to play their classic retakes, where they're fast down ramp. EDG dominate that space. Kankang bulldozing his way through and setting up on much more aggressive angles. It's a beautiful idea. They look very prepared for what is Lev's map pick, and an astonishingly successful map for Lev. The desk was saying, if EDG can push things towards map 4 and 5, experience, scrappiness, it could start to push things more and more in favor of the Chinese team, who's won a trophy before.
The faces on Lev currently on that stage, playing like they've realized for the first time exactly where they're playing. Seeing the same smiles, the same energy.
Well, it's also the first time we've seen them struggle strategically. It was this B exec that first posed the problem. And since then, EDG have actually shown a lot of other stuff that's worked nicely. The fakes from nobody, that A-Heaven exec, and now Kankang with the op. Looking to try to get a punish on Neon as he goes for that jiggle peek at default.
ايه بس شيشو عنده الت الحين يعني شيشو دخل سايت بيالت في الغالب بس هم يكو.
They're gonna have to go for the exec. And surely Kangkang's gonna pass the op over to
بس
somebody
انها
else.
تشيشو في المد يعني ما
Sado, slide off angle, the pathing here from the satchel forwards. Neon, something got the bulldog yet still. Gonna do his best. Here it is, Chichu fast onto the timing, just all the way up through mid, but that's gonna be heard.
بيخسرون.
It's a well-laid trap at EDG. They walk straight into it.
It's an absolute own goal from EDG. They've just done an exec with Kangkang opping, dashing over towards new box. New stand, sorry. And there's no way of recovering this 2v5.
ما ادري ليش ركض.
Smoke propped up. Something to play around. Potential to pull these players out into the open, but with Spike watching that angle, nobody's already realized it. It's the little victories that you're playing for in a round like this.
10 seconds left.
EDG, even domestically, do struggle on anti-ecos. And we've seen a lot of thrifties. Not all of them for Lev. There've been plenty on both sides. But this one, I think, is extremely avoidable.
عيال
They did not have to play the round like this.
الفلولس
They
ايش؟
realized that they weren't being given a pick over towards B main. It's pretty simple to just pass your operator over to somebody else at the back of the pack.
Not just that as well, just rushing into the B exec.
صح لاني سالتك السؤال لاني نسيت.
Difference maker being Spike, Sado, Neon. They can put their full focus onto main.
خانتني الذاكرة.
Because King, he had that pit up the entire time through mid.
Yeah.
Didn't have to worry about B heaven.
It's the pressure around the map that's actually worked for nobody's
ثرفتي اذا كان بايك اقل.
slower rounds where you just let Lev
مشترى حقك في راوند اقل من
are going to be a disaster.
كتوتال
to let opportunities slip. They were in control of this
كنز
game
وكذا.
up until that anti-eco.
كنت طالع ايكو ولا هاف باي وتفوز راوند عليه.
They take B main. They put the pressure as if they're going to go for the B pop, and it's such an extremely difficult thing to stop with those double duelists.
باقي ما تم. انا دخلت 30 بس ما كملتها اليوم اكملها. اذا كملتها اتكلم.
A gets a little weaker. EDG though have been missing the timings a bit. They've had about 20 seconds here to get over towards A, and instead nobody's calling a fake afterwards. Like he's gonna make it feel like it's ending A, but the spike's heading towards B.
They might not have liked the Haunt. I don't know. The Haunt really didn't clear much over towards A heaven.
Well, here comes a Prowler. I think nobody wants to be seen by this to make it feel like it's going A.
Sits. Trailblazer now going to be used with the wall up on top of it. Just trying to pull players over towards this A side, but reinforcement's still here.
Is Smoggy going to play for the orb? He is. Showstopper online.
Now it's going to be ready and waiting. Just the one Satchel to play for it. A deep dash into it, but that rocket is going wide to the back wall. Neon, they combine their mind once more. Sato who will go down, but an instant pivot TP. Hold on, evacuation.
He doesn't want it to get cancelled. He's worried about blows.
Yeah, didn't know he was still going to be
خاف يتكنسل في واحد باك سايد.
Neon has an ult of his own, reinforcing over towards the A side. 13 seconds remaining. This could be it. Spoiler and more. Despite picked up, immediately reclaimed, but nobody's going to be under all that pressure.
بشة اليوم بشة.
Going to run him down and deny the chance for EDG to get anything more.
It's a wild round called there by nobody. Overcooked. He had a brilliant fake play set up a few rounds back. But this one, they lost control
والله دخلت
entirely.
30 صرت دور لفت لمبات البيت الطفية دخلت 30. انا لي سنة اسوي هذا الحين.
Over anticipated how many players would get pulled off. The thing is, Lev are never going to stack.
اي والله صح من يوم دخلت 30 صح. بس انا اليوم اكمل 30 سنة. اليوم اكمل 30 ابدا امشي في 31. بس صادق من سنة وانا بدي اطفي اللمبات واطفي الغاز كهرباء حقته. اهم شيء المكيف اصلا ان انا ما داني شوفني اطفيه واشغله.
Pulled over from T1. Now tasked to keep EDG ahead. 2 rounds in a row that Lev have just picked up, when it looked like all the momentum was in favor of the attackers. They've also lost the economy.
Yeah, it's going to be tough going, isn't it? From this point on, they could force up potentially, but it won't be ideal.
In order to push things to fracture, the coaching staff is going to have to come up with an answer here.
انك جوك 2-0 واحتمال تروح 3 اذا تجي اذا صح.
The B exec was potent, but Lev figured out an answer for it. More bodies on that side of the map. EDG's A heaven, it was such a nice strategic response. But it seems like they've forgotten all about that.
No longer
ايوه زي ما قلت لك العنود صدق.
They Again, all eyes set towards
اطفي طفت الكاميرا شغله عشان تحتر.
They're assuming that there's a level of conditioning here because they were stacking it heavy with players, but they hit a U-tilt. Neon in court here and there. We're going to see a Trailblaze with a Cloudburst already forwards. It does pull out the paranoia. The molly going to be used to reciprocate. Sado just wants to stun them, stop them in their tracks. But already a double dash. That is a lovely entry. Smog is all the way forwards. Vulnerable dub. Matters not. There's plenty more bodies where that came from right there behind it. Transfer can't be hit in time. But in a nomad is the King.
Come back, Israel.
Tucked in the smoke. 24 kills. An immovable object. An invisible object as well, by the way the EDG started moving forwards there. But look at the adjustment. Lev have done such a good job adapting to the way
السموك تحفة حق الفايبر بعد. عذبوهم. المشكلة مشكلة EDG انه قاعد يلعب كونتاكت فاست. كونتاكت فاست. والليفايتن مسلم لي. بس قاعد يلعبون فاست روتيت. شوف الفينكس قاعد يلعب فاست روتيت.
They fake as if it's B control. They pull bodies away from A. And now are they
طيب
going
كيف
to try to
بيسوون؟
hit the timing?
ساتوا مع الت.
This is the moment
الفينكس.
where nobody has been hesitant before.
فبيلعب ريتيك فيه. عدا ذلك نوبادي بيألت وهم داخلين تشيتشي بيألت في السايت نفسه.
Seekers sets a path forwards once more, but that sees a connection. Slingshots Kang all the way back. Spike is all the way in forwards, but again the rifle lane blows. It's straight on top of it. The flood defense ordered up. And with the reinforcement,
ليفايتن كيف قاعد يلقاهم كذا؟
Shot.
Leviathan have barreled back into this game. A match point for the Young Americas squad. To clear EDG out 3-0.
والتبي.
They knew what was coming. Spike even missed Kang in the midst of all of that, hunting it inside the Cloudburst with a shorty. But EDG look out of answers.
والله سواها.
4 in a row.
One more round. تشيتشي ستيل مع الت.
is all over the place.
يبغون بي فاست.
have to pull it together.
فيك اي بالدق والفلاش. او وين كان اليوتل. then you'll go for B. سواها 60 مرة. ما راح تمشي على نيون. او على الأومن اللي اسمه نيون.
Steady nerve being held by this squad. The difference in terms of the defense.
المشكلة ما معهم الا الدق. الدق إذا لازم يشوف إذا الدق انكسر ما عندهم شيء.
He can't be cleared by a Trailblazer. Nobody's using that one up through mid.
استعمل الدق في الميد.
Immediately breaking it now, but Utah's going to be flying up towards it. This is an all-in attempt. Neon shuts it all down. Sano played in, and in the blink of an eye, it's all gone so damn wrong. Frantic is the energy. Desperate plays in a 2v3, but Levin not stopping whatsoever. They call for the pause, the calm before the storm. The Leviathan, it's all in the palms of their hands. Leviathan are going all the way.
احسن ابغى اشوفني. تونا شايفين اي دي جي وبي ار اكس بالامس.
It's an uncrowned king that is coming for a throne. They have earned their chance.
3-0 والله على اي دي جي. وصلوا الفاينل. الله سووها.
3-0 domination. A team that's won champs before, dismantled, but a great run from EDG nonetheless.